Namaskaram. Happy Diwali. Subject being better. ഇന്നലെ ഒരു മിസ്റ്റർ മേനോൻ വന്നിട്ടില്ല. അദ്ദേഹം ഇന്നലെ ചോദിക്കേണ്ടത് എന്താണ് ഈ ബീയിങ് ബെറ്റർ എന്ന്. Anybody who doesn't understand Malayalam? Yeah, you don't. Fine. There was a question why the title is being better. Okay. I like to talk on management topics in Eastern style, Indian style. And we believe being than showing. Feeling better. When you are sick, if somebody comes and asks you, how are you? You will say, I'm feeling better. That means you are not better, but you are feeling better. There is some problem in you, but you are trying to show. Okay. And when you dress up well, somebody will, oh, you look better. So you look better, but inside you may not be better. So being better is, the whole is better. You are better. You are in that. Okay. Feeling happy is different. Being happy is different. And showing happy is different. And many of our festivals are showing happy. Okay. Somebody was asking just today morning, why these celebrations are there even when people are sick, people have problems. The celebrations in India are to change the eating patterns, as simple as that. When the climate change happens, when the winter comes, you need a lot of food. All on a sudden you cannot decide, oh, the weather is changing, so tomorrow onwards I will eat more. That's not possible. But definitely when Diwali comes, people eat more, and then more sweets. And tomorrow you cannot stop eating, you will eat more and more. And the next celebration will come when you have to stop eating. That's how the celebrations come. Okay. Looking better, feeling better, and being better is different. Better in what sense? Some people are very good, better in physics. Looks better, physically better. Some people are intellectually better. Some people are emotionally better. Some people are socially better. Some people, we don't know, spiritually better. I heard somebody is going to measure spirituality, which I was doing some 6 years back. Okay. Physical betterment can be measured. Doctors will tell you parameters. And he will say you are fit. Even otherwise people are fit in the evening. Okay. That fitness is not real fitness. Parameters may be different. I'm sure I have not met a doctor for last 20 years falling sick. But if I go to a doctor, he will show some problems because his job is seeing problem. His job is not seeing wellness. His job is seeing illness. Okay? So he can see only illness. So if anybody goes to doctor, he will take some parameters, and this is a complex structure where some parameters will go wrong every day. And that can be too temporary sometime. Your BP can go up just because you fear somebody. When you're approaching for an interview, your BP can go up. BP is Bhariyapadi in Malayalam. Okay, that's also possible. So intellectually you have to be fit, emotionally you have to be better, and socially you have to be, and spiritually you have to be. The title also gives personality development. Knowingly it is given because that's how the market goes. If you don't say personality development, people feel this is not a management subject. And people do yoga practices. I was teaching in the Amakrishna Mutt for last 7 years. Every Sunday there is a session. Morning 5 to 6:30 there will be a yoga. And soon after that there will be a class on personality development. So I used to ask this question, why yoga and personality development together? It's not together, it is same, but not the yoga which many people practice today. Because many people know yoga means yogasana. Yogasana is only one step in 8 steps. Yogasana is only one step in 8 steps. There are many steps in which you have to clean your mind, clean your intellect, get into spirituality and yoga. Yoga in mathematics means, I'm a mathematician basically, my PhD is in mathematics. Yoga in mathematics means union. Union means joining to God. Union means joining. So yoga means joining to God. So you are a yogi means you are already joined to God. You are equivalent to God. So yoga practice is to take people to God. Raise your level from the manhood to the devahood. That's what yoga means. Personality development also means same because assume your personality go on developing and then you will reach a stage where it will become supreme personality. And supreme personality is the other word for God. So therefore personality development is yoga and that is reaching God. So reaching God is that. As simple as that. But generally, if you look at dictionary meaning of personality, it have a different meaning. The personality in dictionary meaning says mask, mukam modi. That's why I have given that. You show that you are good. Whenever I have free time, I sit in the counter of Ramakrishna Math, so where people come and join for the course. So when doctor was coming from NIM, we have got NIMS there. Osmania University Medical College and NIMS, few doctors also attend such courses. So he was asking me, where is this personality development course? I said upstairs. So where is the gym, he was asking. For him, personality development is with the gym only. Without the gym, personality cannot be developed. Because some people think that the personality means physical personality. You have to weigh more and look bigger and taller and okay, that do happen. That's not personality. Because the confusion is because the personality in English and in our language doesn't match. Amitabh Bachchan have a good personality. He looks tall, he dress up well. So that's how people look at personality. But that is only one part. That also have some importance, but that's only one portion in personality. That's charisma coefficient. Not that actress charisma, but charisma coefficient. You have different coefficients. Intellectual quotient, and you can have emotional quotient, and similarly you can also have a quotient on charisma. Look beautiful, very good. That's also personality to some extent, but not totally. But in Indian tradition, we don't believe in the first two, reputation and personality. Reputation is what generally people mistake as personality. He is a great personality because he has good reputation over the area where he is working. Therefore, people think that he is a good personality because he has got a good reputation. But reputation can go with one incident. Next day, if a nice paper column comes with something against him, the reputation will just fall in one paper. That's enough. But personality will still develop. For some more time it may stay, and that is the next level. But assume your character is good, then never your personality and your reputation can be tarnished. So most important is character, not the way you look. Generally people consider personality is the way you look. That's not that. And the popularity is what is called reputation. That also will be there for some time, but not too long. But if you have a good character, those two also will remain. So more important is your character. Therefore, in Indian tradition, personality development means how do you get into a good character? Always in our style, character is related to morality, values, etc., etc. Okay, that's a big topic by itself. It shows that you can have good character, good attitude, good moods, not sometime, but continuously. Not when people are around, but every time. Not during festival alone you give gifts, but every time. Okay. So all the time, throughout your life, any moment, when you breathe, when you eat, you have this morality also in you. That's more important. The moral values have to be caught along with you. That's more important. Coming back to any activity which you have, any activity which you wanted to perform, you need three factors. One is you should have skill, second is you should have opportunity, and you should have motivation. These three things are essential. Okay. The performance, for example, I wanted to swim. If I don't know swimming, I cannot swim. So my swimming depends on my skill in swimming. So that's a skill which I have. And second one, I should have an opportunity. I should have a swimming pool. Okay, so the opportunity is what you get around you. That's most essential for any performance. But if you don't have skill, if you don't have opportunity, if you have the third one, attitude, you will get it. The other two will come to you because you will strive for that. So the most important part is attitude. Assume I don't know swimming, but I have an attitude in swimming, I will learn swimming. If there is no swimming pool around, I will hunt for that. Therefore, most essential part in life is motivation. If you have motivation, you will find whatever you want. If you have no motivation, you know swimming, not necessarily you will swim. There may be swimming pool around, still you will not swim. Okay, you know how to swim, but you don't swim. There are so many swimming pools, but you don't swim. The most essential part in life to perform is motivation. So if you have motivation, you will find. If you don't have motivation, you will find reasons for not doing it. So most essential part in life is motivation. But most of the time, our education system just gives skill but no motivation. We will make people with the degrees. We will make people, lot of institutions are built around where you have many courses available, but people have no motivation. They don't know why they are doing. I go to many of the management institutions. Probably last year I must have gone to 20 management colleges, at least 4 or 5 university centers. I asked most of them, including the teachers, why these management courses are being given. And what is management and administration? The degree is called Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Business Administration. Your administration is what is that you are learning, but you call yourself as a management student. But your degree is not management. Master of Business Administration. What you are learning is administration, business administration. So everything is business for you, fine, that I accept. But why administration and not management? It should have been Master of Business Management, MMM. Why it is called MBA, BBA? A, administration is given more importance but not management. Why? Why? You are a management student. Why? I know how to manage cooking. That means what? You are not a good cook. I know how to manage with life because I don't know how to live. I will manage the situation because the real resource is not available. I will manage it. So managing is a trick. It's not your ability. Administration. The collector is called a district administrator, not district manager. He will not try to manage with all the resources which we have or which he has. What he will do, he will derive resources. So a manager is a lower word, administrator is a higher word. If I don't have resources, I will start pulling resources from all the places and give. You can, if there are 10 vehicles and 11 requests, what you will do? How do you manage? You will say the last person, no vehicle for you. That's what management. But an administrator, he will hire a vehicle and then give. Okay? So administration is a higher level. So life has to be administrated. That's why medical administration, not medical management. You know. Medicines are administrated. Everybody, there are 3 drops to be given. Polio administration. Assume that an MBA person does what he will do. If there are many people, he will reduce the drop. He has to manage with the medicine. He will not take another. Okay? So that's why the effectiveness and efficiency are different. What is to be learned is you have to be effective and you have to be efficient also. Both are essential. In life, we have to be effective and we have to be efficient. That's what management has to be. And that's what is being learned by Arjuna from Lord Krishna. And by the by, Arjuna is the first psychic patient and Dr. Krishnan is the first psychiatrist. And that is how he treats people. Okay, so a lot of lessons are there. In life, if you want to have motivation, you should have a goal. If you have no goal, you have no motivation in life. So first essential part to have motivation is I should have a goal. So everyone should have a goal. But very, very rare. People don't have goal. That's the biggest problem. The goal is just getting one promotion, one more increment, one more degree, one more house construction. Okay, getting kids married. No, that's the goal of life. The goal is something different. We should have a real goal where we keep our individuality and say that, oh, I have done this. Because we will all die. And after some time, my dead body also will be fired by my son. And that will be lying on the nice wooden platform, wherever I am. Depends on what wood is used based on your status. Maybe sandalwood or normal wood, that doesn't matter. And that time before firing it, the son is supposed to ask one question to the dead body, if he knows. Vayuranilam amritamadedam basmandam shariram om krito smara kritam smarami. Vayuranilam amritamadedam basmandam shariram. Oh father, I am going to fire you. Because throughout life the father fired the son. He gets one chance to fire back. Vayuranilam amritamadedam basmandam shariram. You are going to be in this air now. Because after firing you will become air. That's all, nothing else. Poka. And that is what is going to happen to you. Basmandam shariram, little bit of ashes will be balanced. And that little bit will be 50 grams average. 47 to 57 grams. That's what this will be. Whether you weigh 80 kilogram or 60 kilogram, after firing, if it is an electric crematorium, next day, they will give in a packet, take your father, keep it with you. There will be one small packet only, 50 grams only will be there. So the whole body worth only 50 grams, not more than that. Basmandam shariram. That is what you are going to be. Om krito smara kritam smarami. Think what is that you have done in your life. The son gets a chance to ask this father. Only once he will get. Always son can ask anything father can ask anything to son, but he cannot ask back. This is the chance. What is that you have done in your life? And every father has to say, I have constructed a house for you. Every animal does it. I have produced you. Every animal does it. What is that extra as a human being you have done is the question. And nothing is there to say. Goal have to be something different in life where we know what we have done. Where we have an individuality to say, yes, I have done this. Okay, the next ഇവിടുത്തെ മാഗസിന്റെ പേരെന്താണ്? ആർഷ സന്ദേശം. There is an article from me. I don't remember. Purtam, I think the Purtam. Purte moksham avapniyat. Yeah. Ishtade labade surgam purte moksham avapniyat. That's the sloka, and the second part I have taken and given as the title. Purte moksham avapniyat. How do you get into moksha, and what people should do to get surgam? People say that I want to go to surgam. Nalla vedana varumbol, when you have a deep pain also people will say, oh, I have seen surgam. It's a normal proverb in Malayalam. So that means when you are in deep pain you will see surgam. If you have to have pain in this life so that you can reach surgam, that's what it means. So goal has to be getting into moksham. That's what every one of us want. That's why Lord Krishna guarantees that I will give you moksham. In Bhagavad Gita there is a chanting in which he guarantees people that I will take you to my place. That's what everybody wants. We want to join him. In this life, if we cannot become a good personality to join, what you should do? After death we can. But after death also we cannot. Not possible. That's why every friends and relatives will do antim samskar. That's what culturing. Samskaram. If you don't have samskaram, if you are not culture, if you don't have culture, you cannot go there. So what people will do? All people will join together to culture him. That's why the antim, last cremation is called antim samskar. Last culturing. If something he has done something bad, culture him and make him perfect so that he can join God. That's what we have done. Antakale manasas marin. Last moment you think about me, Lord Krishna says, I will take you there. That's what it says. But until then you can forget him. Don't worry. Don't have to remember him throughout his life. Andakale. But there is one cha which is put. Lord Krishna is very cunning. So he has not just said Andakale manasas marin. He said Andakale cha. Last time also you should think about. And do you know when you are going to die? You don't know. Therefore, think about me throughout your life. Okay. So goal has to reach to God, and you should see that I am serving God every time. Don't think about me whenever you need me. That's what people do. Whenever you need, whenever something is required, people go to him, and he knows who are the people coming to him. Artho jitnasu artharthi. Artho means you're all sad all the time. That time people go to Lord Krishna. He says, no, that file I will not consider. He likes only people smiling, no crying people. Okay. He likes people always joyful around him. So crying people are coming, but he don't like them. Jitnasu. They want to know what's happening in a temple. And such people also will. Jitnasu. He also doesn't like them. Artharthi. Always they want something. They come only for this. Whenever there is a promotion requirement, they will come. Whenever the examination comes, you have to get a pass mark, give some contract, give something to him so that he will come to exam hall. Okay, nothing will happen. Your goal has to be something different. Not at the time when you have require something, but every time. That's more essential. And role. This is what people generally forget in life. We have different roles. I have a role. As a family man, as a father, as a husband, as a friend, as an enemy. Okay, we have different roles in our life. Try to play your role the perfect fashion as we can, and keep your values. Values I have explained earlier. So what we need in our life, all these have to be set in perfect style. Goal, role, values. Generally people say that don't have to have desire. That's what spirituality is. Everybody has got desire. The so-called Swamijis who are giving lectures also have desire. I have seen Swamijis counting number of disciples around him. And they will also offload people or download people from different districts. I have been working associated with many of the ashrams. I have seen people are paid to get disciples. That's the way the world is traveling. One of my guru, where I met him in Delhi only 2 years back, we were sitting around in a hotel having our dinner. It was dinner meeting in one of the best big hotel. Okay, so another Saffron Swami was coming, and we were sitting. He was a Saffron Swami, and another Saffron Swami was sitting. So he was making a joke. Whenever two Saffron Swamijis come, we will look at them. Oh, he is our man. That's the first feeling which we have. And second feeling will be, no, he does not belong to my group. He is another group. And then we compare, we will go send somebody to find out which group he belongs to. And he is our enemy. Ultimately that will be the pattern which people, Swamijis are relating. And they also have desire. They get detached from house and they get attached to ashram. And once they get dismissed from that ashram, they will curse that ashram also. We have seen so many Swamijis like this. So this happens, they get attached, that's good. And as Grihastha ashram is, we are all ashramis. Ashramam, that's what ashramam. Ashramam means that effort, that's what we have. And Grihastha ashramis have the maximum effort in life. We should have effort. And if there is no family around, people don't work. The world do not progress. And the world is not progressing because of spirituality. The world is progressing because of ashramis, life, family, society. That's what is getting happen. So this desire is essential and that is required. And Purushartham, the first one is desire, kamam. Kamam is not sex. Kamam is desire. So we should have desire. Everyone should have desire. If you don't have desire, the life does not worth living. Better to die. And every puja also you will see, Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayami, Vairagya Siddhyartham Samarpayami. If it is exactly Vairagya Siddhyartham, who will give? Why you are giving donations to temple? For some purpose only. Why you are making a receipt and doing puja? Because birthday or examination is coming, do extra puja for that. And then you will invite the God, telling him, God, he don't require anything, Vairagyam only. Vairagya means no desire. No desire, and then you call God. And once he comes and sits, you will give one applications. That's what people do. Actually, all these rituals, if you look at it very carefully, you will see all these are done for making people happy, nothing else. If people wanted to get something, gain something, that's why all these are. So without a desire, even puja, even the chanting says Vairagya Siddhyartham, there is something behind this. Mrityunjaya Homam is done. Why? Because people wanted to extend their life a little bit more. That's a desire. I want to live longer. That's a desire. And that desire is Good. People should have desire. That kamam is essential. Environmental resources, whatever we have around that should support us. The desire is the attitude. I said attitude is required. Motivation is required. Second one, you should have environment, opportunity. That opportunity is translated as environment and resources. That is what your artham. I am trying to change the pattern of attitude, skill and opportunity into purushartham. The first purushartham is kamam. Kamam is the desire, that is the attitude. That sets the attitude. And second one, you should have artham, and artham is the resources, because a person who is much richer is called the most resourceful person. So money, artham doesn't mean money alone, artham means many things. Your knowledge can be an artham. Your influence can be an artham. I like to go to Singapore. I don't have money, but I have a lot of influence. What will happen? Many people will sponsor tickets right now. So if you have no influence, politicians don't have money, but they have influence. Therefore they become richer. Okay? And you should have ability, and that ability is your skill. You should have ability, you should have resources, and you should have your desire. Desire is attitude. That's more essential. If you have these, and where value comes, the role it gives you the resources around. If you have a good role, a lot of people will be around. If you have no role, then people will not be there. So you should get lot of roles. You add attaching roles to you, so you will grow better. You will grow faster. You will become much more better when you have more and more roles. Get lot of friends around. That means your role is increasing. You get lot of relatives around, then your role is increasing. That's more essential. Increase your role, increase your goal. Desire increases, your goal also will increase. And then values. In Purushartha, you have a desire. For satisfying your desire, you need artham. Artham doesn't mean money alone, all that what you have. And this artham, assume that I want to go to Singapore but I don't have money. I can steal money and then buy a ticket and go. But will I enjoy? Anyway, I have to come back. Therefore, if I get the artham, the means of satisfying my desire in the wrong way and right way, there are two ways. If I do it in the wrong way, that is called adharmam. If I do it in the right way, it is called dharmam. Therefore, kamam, desire, artham, the means of satisfying, and dharmam is the way in which I will acquire my resource. So if I do it in the wrong way, I will not be happy. The happiness is what is called the moksham. So don't think that the moksham is what you will get after death. The moksham is what you get today. This moment. Every moment in our life we become much more happier. That means we are living in moksham. We are really enjoying our life. Don't think that after death you will become different if your life is different. Whatever your life here, that will resemble on, or that will have a reflection in your moksham. So essentially moksham is what you will get, and here, and this purushartham is what is defining your life. And therefore almost everything, you can change your roles, change your goals, because everything is possible if you believe that you can do it. That's more essential. Have lot of belief in your ability. Well, I'll show you some examples where you can do. But many people don't use their ability. We are trained to be something different. At young age, when you are 1.5 years old child, the child will start climbing on this chair. And the mother and father will say, don't, you will fall. Don't run, you will fall. That means you should not run, you should not climb. You are trained not to act. We don't allow people to do what they want. We are trained how to behave. That means your natural behavior you are changing. When you become more society oriented, more so-called cultured, that means you don't have your individuality and you will try to follow a system which was defined by somebody else. That means what? You are not being creative. And later moment people say that he is useless, he just mugged up something, because that is how you have been trained. It's not mugging up. It is not learning something is more important. Try to be natural as we can. Very difficult to understand also. Because once you become natural, Once you become natural, it's bound to have mistakes because people don't accept. Therefore, what you will do, we will change our patterns, we will become unnatural, so sophisticated, so polished, and our individuality is surrendered. Therefore, what will happen? After some time, you fall sick. Most of our diseases are because there is an unsatisfied desire in us, and that keeps killing us. I have a goal in my life. Do you think Shankara will become Shankara? Vivekananda will become Vivekananda, Madhamradanandamayi will become Madhamradanandamayi, Chinmaya will become Chinmaya, Chattambi Swami will become Chattambi Swami, Nitya Chaitanyadi will become Nitya Chaitanyadi, if they were the son or daughter of an average, say for example doctor father and the engineer mother, or the other way. If they start thinking slightly different, what they will do? Take it to a psychiatrist and something wrong with this child, and what they will do, you will get treated, that's what is called treating. You will get treated and you will become nothing in this world. Everyone who have excelled in this world are the people who had a lot of freedom in their life. If you don't have freedom in this life, you are not going to do anything different. You will be a good engineer. I don't know whether you will become a good engineer or a good doctor. You will become an engineer, you will become a doctor, that's all. The other day I was traveling in train and I found one couple from Kerala. They were coming to Hyderabad to have a sightseeing. The husband is an architect, wife is a gynecologist in government service in Kerala. And when we travel in the early morning, it reaches Guntur, Tenali area. No breakfast will be available outside, and only the train fellow has to serve. And it was so delayed. After 9 o'clock, the breakfast was not coming. The doctor was gone pitching the husband. Why breakfast is not coming? And the whole curse is on husband. Then jokingly I asked, you are a doctor now, you should know how to control your... That's what is essentially required. If you can control your appetite, this problem is not there. No, you know how to control? No, there is no way. And they had a small kid. They said, I know what is to be done. She says, drink lot of water. That's all, you drink water now, because that's available. Then I jokingly asked the doctor, why do people drink water? To the doctor only I asked, why people drink water? The doctor said, don't ask me out of syllabus question. The whole medical science, never it was taught why people drink water. Only they know they drink water to take capsules. 3 times people take capsule. Therefore, when take capsule, you have to drink water. There is nothing in the class. I happen to be from an Ayurvedic family basically. And I told her, this is why people drink water. Or to remove lot of toxins, that's as simple as that. And just on water you can live a long time. That's an energizer. And the temple what you have got, yesterday I was telling you should analyze the tirtham in, whether the chanting is perfect or not can be checked by just selecting the water tirtham which you get, take the molecular structure of that and then see the molecular structure have been changed from the normal one to a higher level. That means the chanting is perfect. You can energize the water. So energization is what's happening. The water will give you a lot of energy. That's more essential. So people are trained to learn what they are taught. No extra questions also asked. No extra questions. No, most of the colleges. I went to 100 colleges in Kerala last year. Spoke to more than 1 lakh of students. I have seen no questions in most of the places. Why? Because you are asked, don't ask questions. If some questions are there, they will say, I am on leave tomorrow onwards. They cannot answer the question. The problem, you have to be creative. The thinking have to come. First the thinking comes and the actions will come definitely. But people have to be, and that is taking risk, breaking rules, making mistakes and having fun. If that is not there, the life is not very good. There are 2 stages. One is tensed and one is relaxed. Once you do learned, then later moment you will have tension, but present you will not have tension. Because you will think, what did I do in the whole life? By the time you are already ready to go with visa. Okay, so nothing can be done. And natural, you will become so creative, but later moment you will get relaxed. That's more essential. Maybe if in our life, if you ask for desire, many people have a desire to live better, but many people have a better desire at the last moment to die better. നല്ലൊരു മരണം വേണമെന്നാണ് എല്ലാവരും പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുക അല്ലെ? നല്ലൊരു ജീവിതം ഇല്ലെങ്കിലും you want to have a good death. That's what is essential. For a good death, probably a person who is highly creative will have a good death. Most of the time we find places where people fight like this. Okay, make everything be safe. Whatever we do, everything a lesson in life. Doesn't matter we fight in our life, but that's a lesson. You should start learning. Okay, these are some definitions of experience, etc. For anything, the time spent matters. You must spend lot of time. Then only you can achieve whatever you want. People don't have patience today. They will just try once. If it does not happen, forget it. Try somewhere else. No stone will break with one hit. And you have to hit 100 times and it may not break. And you will say, forget it. And then leave the place. But somebody else will come and hit once, it will break. Okay, so it's more essential you hit until it breaks. Very, very essential. There is a story that with faith you can move mountains, right? No? One lady was reading this. With faith you can move mountains. So there was a big mountain in front of her house. So morning onwards she started praying, let this mountain move from this place. And then after some time she will open one eye and then see whether it's moving or not. And it never moved. And she asked somebody else, why this mountain is not moving? Did you have real faith? Yeah, with full faith only. Did you open your eye once? Yeah, why? Because I want to know whether it is moving or not. That means what? You have no faith. Okay, you don't have faith in what you do, then it will never happen. So you should have faith in whatever you are doing, otherwise things doesn't matter. Importance of multiple hits and immediate feedback may be there, may not be there. So that doesn't matter whether it comes or not. That's why Lord Krishna says, you can and I will guarantee you whatever you need I will give you. Provided, what you should do? Don't think anything else but think only on that. That's what it is. Ananyaschintayanto mam yojana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogatshemam mahamyam. Yogatshemam, that is what people want, not the Yogatshema Sabha. In Kerala we have got the Yogatshema Sabha, not that. Yoga means joining, again, union. What is that you want? I want to become more popular, learn, more learning, more earning, more fame. This is what everybody wants. Only three things people want. Learn, earn and fame. Nothing else. You categorize anything in your life that belongs to learning, earning and fame. And these three things, people believe that these three things can give you happiness. Just being happy is madness. Anything associated with learning, earning and fame and happiness along with that is the best way. And this is what people want. Lord Krishna says, I will give you all what you want. It's very easy to become famous. Get first rank, Your picture will come in the paper. Very good. You are very famous that day. But next day's paper it will not be there. No? Only one day. Yesterday she got first rank. Can you write like this? Only one day. 365 days your picture will not come. See, all chief ministers, when they are chief ministers, their picture will come. Prime minister, when they are prime minister, their picture will come. When they are out of the turn, their picture will not be there. They will be asking to put the old papers because they are happy only seeing their pictures, not somebody else's pictures. That do happen. So very difficult to sustain your fame. Very difficult to sustain your learning process. Sometimes you will learn, sometimes you cannot. Sometimes you can make money, but all the day it's not possible. You have to spend. So what happens? Whatever you do, that is not sustained. Lord Krishna says, I will guarantee you yoga and kshema. That means you can retain it. All the time you will have it. Provided, don't think something else. Think only on activity which you are looking at. That means your goal has to be very clear and strive for the goal and you will get it. Just concentrate in your goal, nothing else. And such people who concentrate on the job, Lord Krishna is not Lord Krishna in that form. It's the work. So the karma yoga, when you do lot of karma, then you will be able to do it. And just thinking about this, Udyamena Vaisiddhyanti. Just think about I wanted to go, things will not work. What is required is activity is essential. Not just keeping goal, but working for that goal, that's essential. So once you do activity for the goal, then you will reach on to the top. Otherwise you cannot reach on to the top. Never get satisfied. Never get satisfied in life. Once you get satisfied, that means your desire is not there. Once you are satisfied, desire is not there. Therefore, you should have always desire. That means you should never get satisfied. But be happy. It's two are different. Many people get confused between happiness and satisfaction. If you are not satisfied, you will not be happy. That's what people think. Not necessarily. You can be unsatisfied and still be happy. I am not satisfied. I want to get some more promotions. But in the present form, I am very happy. I am not happy, then you can never enjoy your life, because every level you will become unhappy. So happiness have to be there every time, but try to become higher and higher. That means your desire should grow and be happy, enjoy, and then that success will give you happiness. Many people think that enjoyment is this. Just enjoy for the moment. What will happen? The moment you will be happy, but after some time you will be unhappy. Okay? So it's essential to sustain your happiness. Otherwise you cannot. Because what do you do today will determine what you will become tomorrow. So the moksham is not after death. Yesterday I did good job and today I will enjoy. Yesterday I did a bad thing, today we will think about that in the early morning. Is it not? Assume that yesterday I did some crime to somebody else. As soon as today when I get up, will I not think about what happened yesterday? And that will curse me. Okay, and that will be what is in my mind, though I will become very sad. Therefore, whatever you do today will determine what you will become tomorrow. This is day for yesterday, Times of India, right? Yeah. I was reading that. Just before that only somebody was asking me, my child is too naughty. Then next day only I saw this paper and then gave this paper to her. So never say that your kids are naughty, because that says your character. Okay, so it's not true. Converse is not true. It only says the mother drinks, you will have a naughty kid. Doesn't mean you have a naughty kid, the mother drank. Okay, that the reverse is not true. Try to argue. Try to argue well. Okay, so this is what. That means your eating pattern have got lot of influence in your eating pattern have lot of influence in your character. There is a nice book called You Are What You Eat. The subject is called, what is that? Word is not coming. I'll tell you later. Microbiotics. The subject is called Microbiotics. You Are What You Eat. That's the subject. That's why in Lord Krishna, he says there are three types of people: Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. And whatever food you eat will determine what your character is. So change your pattern of eating, then you will become better. If time permits, I will have a nice clipping on eating patterns, okay, and how your character will change accordingly. So if you eat sattvic food, definitely you will have a sattvic. But that only is not enough. I've been to Tibet, I have seen all the people, the Tibetans. It's supposed to be the place where all our gods lived once upon a time. They eat only yak. Only yak meat, nothing else. Only non-vegetarian. Morning also non-vegetarian, same, half cooked only. Because they don't get wood to cook, no gas, nothing is there. You know, they cook on the yak dung. They drink yak milk. An animal living on another animal. That's what human being is. We live on some other animal. Yesterday I was telling somebody else. Somebody called me for Diwali party. I said, what do you give? I'll give you sweet, which I don't like. Okay, what is that sweet made out of? Ghee only, right? No? Most of them are milk. This is the only animal who drink milk in throughout life. All other animal will stop drinking milk after once it know how to walk. And we are the only animal, until death we will drink milk. And no animal will drink milk from any other mother other than its own mother. This is the only animal which will drink milk wherever breast is available. We say ourselves as the greatest animal. You leave a calf, thousands of cow. The calf, if at all it is so hungry, nothing is to eat, nothing to drink, it will hunt for its mother. If the mother is not seen around, it will go out. It will never drink milk from other cow. Only its mother. You see this human being, so great. Okay. In life, we learn lot of things. The pattern of life have changed. Today's fast food. That's what Dalai Lama says. Fast food, slow digestion. Dalai Lama says, fast food, slow digestion. And people also don't even go one or two. Because place is not neat, you know. Now, wherever outside the general toilets, place is not at all neat. You don't mind keeping not neat things inside your stomach, but you don't want to flush it out, no? See, you don't mind carrying it with you. As long as things are with us, everything is acceptable to us. Once it is outside, people look very dirty. The saliva is there, very good. Many people drink it. But once it is out, oh, so horrible, right now? Nice finger with a lot of good nail cut clean. And with that you can eat idli. But take a piece and keep beside the idli. Can you eat that idli? You cannot. So everything, when it is with me, everything is perfect. Once it is out, it looks so ugly to us. This is life. So try to learn this in our life. Once it is with us, it's very good. Many people understand that everything, the values, character, everything, when it is with me, it is perfect. But when somebody has spit it out, no. If we do some mistake, we cannot accept it. How do people go into mistakes? Many people are getting restricted at home, and then once you get a leakage out somewhere, they will try to go out. The seepage happens when you have more pressure. Okay, so as you train people at home so restricted, then things can go very bad at the later stage. So that's what one example which I have given here. That's what happens. So love is an illusion where many people have got. Okay, that's a good boy. Trying to just do a, what is that? Bommakali. Now control every moment of your kid. And the mother and father will say, good boy, good girl. Doing wonderfully well, as I said. Okay, adults always will tell what to do, what not to do this, don't do this. Lot of restrictions. Okay, turns as dependent. So you can never become a creative person. Decisions cannot be taken. Then where do you have experience? People don't experience life. Okay, nobody gives you power, just take it. Once you get experienced only, you will have power. If you don't experience, you have no power. Therefore, it's essential to experience everything what you have. Okay? You should have good faith. Be independent. But follow rules. In the society, what is expected from you. Not what you believe. Okay? Believe in self. Good values and beliefs. That's what is essential. And good faith in yourself. It's not that what we learn makes us. It is not in which family we belong to makes us. It is the people with whom we are associated makes us. The best example is Duryodhana and Dharmaputra. We have two people, cousin brothers only, taken birth in the same family and studied under the same guru. Their masters were same. And both were good students. They must have got distinction mark. Otherwise master will not pass him out. They will ask to train 3 more years, then only pass. But Duryodhana also passed out equally well. That means he was also a good student. And no 30%, 40% pass on those days. 100% only. If you don't learn for 2 more years and then only you can pass out. So they have been certified as the good student. That means whatever has been taught. And what this guru taught? Dharma Shastra. That means Duryodhana also learned Dharma Shastra. But what happened? He could never practice it. We learn lot of things but we never practice it. Somebody was asking, what is your PhD? So I said, mathematics. In this department, where are you doing this mathematics? And I asked him, what is your degree? He said, MSc Zoology. Where are you using your MSc Zoology? Only when a non-vegetarian dish is made. Right now, we don't use all what we learn. It is the logic which we learn through learning is what we use in our life. That's more essential. It is not the subject which we use, but the way of learning, the trick of learning, the subject will give you some logic. That is what we apply in our life. But even that he could not apply. Just because the people around him was bad. Who was the closest friend of Duryodhana? Shakuni. So if Shakuni is beside, you are in trouble. You are a good person, but if you have a company of Shakuni, finished. If you have a company of Lord Krishna, you will become wonderful. So the Mahabharata story says, what is the essence of Mahabharata? Always have good company. And it also says, where is Shakuni from? Shakuni is from Gandhar. Kandahar is Afghanistan capital. Kandahar. Today's Kandahar. Gandhar Naresh. Kandahar. That means don't have company with Afghanistan people. So the story, moral of the story is don't have company with Afghanistan. Even today that is true, right now. Nearly 5,147 years over after this war is over. Even today Afghanistan did not improve. So you have people where the Vastu is not good for Afghanistan. It's a problem. So if the people are bad, continuously you will become bad. Therefore, if you have bad company, you cannot become good. And why Duryodhana became bad is the question next. When the father is blind, you have a problem. The father is blind. When father is blind, then kids will become bad. But mother should have been with open eye. What mother did? Mother also tied her. With all the blindness of the father, the mother also joined with him. If father is blind, mother should open the eye. That's what should happen. But what she did, she also joined blindness. If father and mother are blind, the kids will become bad. That means what? The controlling is not just controlling like this. The parents should know where the kid is going, with whom the company is. If the parents do not watch the company of the kids, that means your kids will go bad. That's the lesson here. And if you don't take care with which company you are going to be in trouble. So your company matters. You should have good company. Okay? And whenever the son is bad, the mother will feel very bad. Therefore what happened? Gandhari called Duryodhana and asked, why my son? Why can't you be a good boy? You see your cousin brothers, they're all wonderful students, Every mother will tell this. And actually the kids today, you cannot tell this. Then the kid will tell back, you see the neighbor's wife, so beautiful, why you are not marrying her? These questions will come back. There cinema, Tanmatra, I think, the Mohanlal is saying such a, There was a dialogue like this. Okay, therefore what happens in life, you cannot even scold the younger generation. Very, very difficult. But the Gandhari called the son and asked why you cannot be a good boy. And he says, Janami dharmam. Mother, I know dharma shastram. You have not learned, I learned. Nachame pravarti, I am not able to do it. Janamya dharmam, I know what is not to be done. Nachame nivritti, I am not able to stop doing it. Whatever I know, I am not able to do. Whatever I know is wrong, I am not able to stop doing it. Janamya dharmam nachame nivritti kenapi kamena hridistitena yada niyuktosi tadha karomi. Kenapi kamena hridistitena. In my mind, the desire says, do this, I am go on doing it. That's all. Yeah, I am innocent. I am not doing any mistake. Whatever my mind says, I am doing it. My desire says, do this, and I am going behind my desire. So goal, desire, attitude, all these are essential, but don't become like this. Okay, goal is essential. He had only one goal, Duryodhana, but he never taken care of the role which he had. So don't see the goal alone. Attitude should not be set just like this, but you should have a role also to play. What is that you are supposed to do, and what is that your relatives, friends, all the people, what they are expecting from you, that's also essential to learn. Okay? You cannot learn anything just by classes. Acharya padamadatte padam shishyatvamedhaya padam sa brahmacharibhya padam kalakramena cha. Acharya padamadatte. The lecturers will give you only quarter portion. 1/4 of the education is from the teachers. Padam shishyatvamedhaya. Self you have to learn 1/4. Padam sa brahmacharibhya. With friends we should learn another quarter portion. Padam kalakramena cha. After some time only you will get. In Kerala you cannot translate this. I was translating. The Acharya will give quarter. Oh, nice Acharya. Every day he gives quarter. Padam shishyatvamedhaya. And the next quarter he can take himself after Guru goes. Padam sa brahmacharibhya. Then with the company other quarter. Padam kalakramena cha. If you can stand, then take another quarter or finish. The way you are, you will interpret anything in this world. That's a problem. How you are trained, that is how you will look at it. You need a good guru who will tell you the way to go ahead, who will make yourself aware your identity. What is that you are? What for your birth is? What for your janma is? What is that you are supposed to do? That's what is being taught by a guru. And that keeps on changing. Your desire keeps on changing. As a small kid you ask, what is your desire? To become a teacher. Why? Because in their world only teacher is seen. And teacher is much taller, much fatter, much bigger than them. So every time the small kid thinks teacher is the greatest fellow. After some time they will see bad teachers also. Then he asks, what is that you want? No, I never wanted to be a teacher. Anything else is fine. So what happens is most of the time your desire depends on what you are seeing around. Therefore, what is to be done? A guru is a person who will show you everything in the world. They will give you not guidance. They will tell you what are all there. That's all. What are all there? They will never tell you what is to be done. If a guru says you do this, don't do this, don't go there. But today most of the gurus are only come to this ashram, don't go to any other ashram, okay? You will get spoiled. Everybody should go to every place and learn everything. And if you are desire is to go to a bad place, go. That's all. Lord Krishna never told Arjuna, do this. What he said? After teaching all that, he said, I have told you what I want. Now you do what you like. That's what a guru is supposed to do. You are not supposed to show ways, but show all the ways. Okay? That's what is essential. Make conflict in life. A guru is supposed to make a lot of conflict. What is to be done? Manas have no questions. Buddhi only have questions. Manas have no questions. Mind have no questions. There is a problem with mind, heart, manas and all that. No? People translate manas into mind, heart. Heart is different. That's why one poet. Don't do a heart surgery because you will see my secrets. We keep all the secrets in our manas. People mistake manas is equal to heart. Heart is different. That's pumping. This much only. Manas can be very big. But some people don't have manas. They are already given to somebody else. That's also possible. Okay, but heart will be still with you. Okay. That pumps heart. But manas will not pump. That just flies. And this manas is what is to be trained for what? Trained to become good. But manas have to be trained to become good. Manas have no buddhi. Buddhi is here. It's only database. You keep lot of information here. But I am moving my hand, I am talking not because of my brain, I am because of my manas. People say, by heart your subject. It's very good. By hearting subject is very good. That means the subject gets into the heart. Once it is in heart, every action will have that subject associated. Once you are driving, you will think a lot in the beginning. Which is clutch, which is brake, where to take turn, to take left, whether I should turn like this or like this. The buddhi will act. But once you become a good driver, your buddhi will not work because it just used you. So that becomes only from manas. Manas have no questions, no doubts, no logic, no information, no data sets. It just works, and because it's that what is controlling your indriyas. Nice food, laddu, oh wonderful. The desire comes from manas. The desire comes from manas, because manas only want, desire, want. Every time it wants something. It doesn't say don't want. Manas always want. That's all. And buddhi will say, don't eat laddu. You don't know which field it is coming from, what sweet it has been used, whether ghee is good or not. This shop is not good. Who says? The buddhi will tell your manas. Then the manas will become upset. Oh, I should have eaten. But this buddhi is not allowing me to eat. So always there will be lot of jagada between buddhi and manas. It will start fighting. And then the person will become so upset. He cannot eat. Nice mirchi bhaji. To eat. The manas will say, buddhi will say, don't eat because last week you ate and your stomach was upset. The manas does not understand. Buddhi only keeps all this information. And therefore the buddhi will tell us so many things and then become so upset and say we don't do it. Then what will happen? At night laddu will come. Mirchi bhaji will come in our swapnam. And dream it will come. Next day morning when you wake up we will just think about, anyway that's gone, chance is lost. We will become so dull. Sometimes listening to buddhi is good, sometimes listening to manas is good. One of my friend met with an accident, I have to go to hospital. The first instance the desire, go to hospital will come from manas. Then we'll say, why should I go now? Its traffic is very horrible. Lot of traffic, it takes 2 hours to drive there. And what I should do, anyway he is in ICU, no? What can I do? Only doctors can treat. If I go there, what's going to happen? Nothing is going to happen, no change, no. Anyway, he is going to come back to pocket 2 only. I am staying close by. I will see him later. How do you know anyway he will come back? What is the guarantee? Most of the time so logically we think, and by mistake he become Krishna Rama Govinda from there itself. He does not come back. You know, from next day onwards we will think, oh, why should I just go? Does it not happen? And then all this logic will come only when he is your friend, not closest relative. But assume your closest relative He's in deathbed, ICU only. Won't you go and stand there? So the relationship, logic, whether to do, not to do, this buddhi says, and manas and buddhi will start conflicting all the time. And biggest problem in life is only this. A person who is too practical, uses a lot of buddhi, and who is not practical, better creative, accidental, will use only manas. And manas will become so happy, and you will be the happiest person. Society will tell you, okay, this man is bad. That's why Duryodhana, even though he was doing mistake, he was happy. Whereas Dharmaputra was not that happy all the time. Because he could not, because he has to see all the time what is to be done. Before taking a decision, he has to think what my brothers will feel, what my mother will feel, what my wife will say. Whereas Duryodhana, he doesn't matter anything, nothing. Anyway, mother and father blind, it doesn't matter. And 100 brothers you cannot anyway satisfy. And they're all chotus. Whatever he says, they will listen. But it's a problem. So all the time, whether buddhi or manas is a big problem. So buddhi is the processor, society is the operator, and indriya, and guru is the software man. So he is supposed to tell the manas how to work. And that's what. The manas can be so enlightened, all the time joyful. Fear is the lowest level. Then you have got courage, then happiness, then bliss, then wisdom, then enlightenment. The enlightenment, that's what you are praying to Lord Sun. Om Bhurbhuvaswaha Tat Savidur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Diyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. He was asking something. What does it mean? When Kerala somebody was chanting this, they started investigating what Surya mantra, standing in front of the Lord Sun, looking at him, taking little bit of water and pouring it back again, looking at sun and praying for 10 minutes in the early morning is a therapy. That's called the sun therapy, where you will get enlightened. You will never become psychic. Take a everyday sunlight, you will become perfectly alright. You will get enlightened. So look at the sun and then chant. The chanting have some meaning. If you know, sometimes you don't chant. That's also one problem. Yojananam sahasre dvesha de dveja yojane ekena nimishardhena kramamana namostude. This is one chanting to Lord Sun. Yojananam sahasre dvesha de dveja yojane ekena nimishardhena kramamana namostude. This is velocity of light, nothing else. Yojananam sahasre dvesha de dveja yojane. 2202 yojana, oh Sun, you are traveling. That means 2202 multiplied by 12.11. Ekena nimishardena, half of a nimisha. That is 0.28 second is 1 nimisha. Therefore half of that 0.14. Distance is given, time is given. Oh, namastude to sun. That means what? Distance and time is given. Every physics fellow will divide it and take the velocity. And if you compute, you will get velocity of light. So you are telling some mathematics to God, physics to God, chemistry also is being told. If you listen, in Kerala temples people don't chant louder. Since I was in Andhra for 18 years, I was luckiest to learn little bit of mantra, and they will start chanting all this. Ekachame, 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 trishyachame, 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 panchachame, panchachame, saptachame, saptamachame, saptamachame, namachame, namachame, ekachame, ekachame, triyodashame, triyodashame, panchachame, panchachame. They will go on chanting. They don't know what is the meaning. People also doesn't know what is the meaning. So lucky. God also doesn't know what is the meaning. Ekachame 1, Trishyachame 3, Panchachame 5, Saptachame 7, Navachame 9. He is telling mathematics to God. Arithmetic progression. And after arithmetic progression, what is the next chapter? Geometric progression. Some God does not like arithmetic progression, so next chapter geometric progression. Ekamcha, 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 dasamcha, 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 shatamcha, 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 sahasramcha, sahasramcha, ayudamcha, 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 niyudamcha, ayudamcha, payudamcha, 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 niyudamcha, etc. It goes. It says 1, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore, etc. up to 10 power 57. If the priest have sufficient time. Okay, he will go on chanting. It's only geometric progression, arithmetic progression, chemistry, physics, mathematics, everything. And lot of psychology, sociology, philosophy, everything you can see in these chantings. That's why every mantra when you chant, you have got a meaning for that, philosophical, social, psychological, health. More important is health. Everything is done for the well-being of people. So that's more essential to understand. This Surya Gayatri is to enlighten us. We will become wonderful. What will happen? Just don't do anything. Just by taking around, don't say your sari is very good, shirt is wonderful, nice color. All that is what is being said. In the Pradichanam also, Padanugadam Gachel, Karau Chalana Vibarjidau. You have to take a pradakshina 1 feet after this, like this. Because I have 5 minutes, take 3 rounds, just run around and then do this. That's not what is to be done. Don't even shake your hands. Keep it. Just keep it here. You cannot hold hands like this and then take pradakshina. Don't keep it like this. And you should have vacha. In the lips you should have some slokas. And bhakti inside your hridayam. With that only you should go. Chant a little bit of Gayatri every day. If you don't know, also show your hand to sun. Wet your hand and then show to sun. You will get enlightened. Most of the diseases can be treated like this. Nearly 60% of the diseases. What happens is all your chakras will get enlightened. And the food also gives nutritious effect on your spirituality. And what is to be done, for which, for mind what is to be eaten, for communication what is to be eaten, for love and for all that is given, including chakra and the effect. So these sort of a pattern where you will live with spirituality, eat with spirituality, do prayers with spirituality, have a goal with dharma associated with that. That's why I have given 2 examples and defined what your goal have to be. Once you do that, you will grow in all dimensions and you will become wonderful. And you will have a pure mind, chitta shuddhi. A pure mind will come only when you have got a pure breathing. That's essential. And all that associated, you will have guna, goal, karma, value, samskara and role. And your purushartha will keep rolling. That's what is essentially required. Not necessarily every time you can change your life like this. When we go for some courses, motivation classes, people do ask, yeah, we get thrilled today. Tomorrow onwards I am going to change. But after a few days, no, it goes down. It do happen. Because motivation is like a taking bath. You cannot take bath once in your life and say that I have taken bath. So it keeps on going. After some time you will become dirty again. Because the whole people around you are different. And you cannot change your life once. That's why I say, in a house, one person cannot become spiritual when all other people are in spirit. So you should have a togetherness. The whole family should change. Then only it can support. So physical, emotional, intellectual, all this keeps vibrating like a sinusoidal wave. You may be emotionally higher one day. Next day you will become down. One day you feel physically great, same number of idli every day. But next day you feel, no, I am not good today. The health will go. The buddhi, you will be able to recollect everything. But next day you don't remember something. Some number is not coming. But after 3 days, no, the number will be coming to you. Why this brain is misbehaving like this? It happens for everybody. This goes ups and down. Emotionally, I must meet my friend. Social visits, no, I must mingle with the people. I should learn a lot of people. No people, mingle with them, talk to them. All social relations we want. But after, what is this? All these are useless. If I know the chief minister, it is wonderful. Prime minister is okay. What is that I do with these people? No? Why should I spend time with all of them? We sometimes socially become up and down, spiritually up and down, and socially, physically, emotionally, intellectually, all this happens. Why? That's how we are. It depends on the time, date, place of birth, as the horoscope determines. That's why I have done a lot of studies on horoscope and biorhythm. It's called biorhythm. You can plot your biorhythm. Softwares are available. You take your horoscope and then match. I have seen all of them matches. Through horoscope also you can predict. That's why in horoscope somebody will say, don't do this today, do this tomorrow. Today these biorhythm plottings are used by Westerners to get an appointment with wife. If your emotion is down, you get appointment. Instead of that, you will get disappointment. Okay, so it's essential to see whether the spiritual, emotional balance will be there. The marriage match is to see whether emotional match is there between this couple. Otherwise, the life becomes miserable. Okay. So that's what is essential. So you should have a balanced state. That's not possible for human being. In normal sense, it is not possible. That's why Lord Krishna in 2nd chapter says, how can be like this? Arjuna was full spirit for fighting. As he came to the war field, he says, no, I cannot fight. As if he know only these people are here today after coming to the war field or what. He know the people who are going to fight are the people who are all his relatives, guru, even before. When the war started, he know who is there on the opposite side. Why the intellect bastard started working now? Is it so? Only emotional feeling, oh, this is my guru, now only he know. It's not that. The people do forget lot of things. Therefore, after some time, Krishna says, don't do this and all that. He was asking, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha. Krishna, you tell me how a Sthita Prajnan will talk. It's very, very nice lesson. That's what I am saying. Being, feeling, pretending, all these are different. Arjuna was a small level and Krishna was higher level. Lower level, higher level. That's why the question of Arjuna was, how a Sthita Prajna will talk. Therefore, let me also practice talking like this. Therefore, I will become a Sthita Prajna. It cannot happen. And Lord Krishna never gives an answer. This is how a Sthita Prajna will talk. He don't answer that. The question was, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha. How a Sthita Prajnan will talk. The answer given was, Dukkheshu anudiknamana, Sukheshu vigataspruha, Vida raga bhaya krodha, Sthitadir muniruchyate. Dukkheshu anudiknamana, Sukheshu vigataspruha, Vida raga bhaya krodha. It's finished. All that you know how to channelize in a small. Don't become too upset alone. When you are happy, don't jump. When you are sad, don't dump. These two things should not happen. You should know how to control it. Don't become so much of biorhythm waves. Try to fix it in some level. So that you will become a Sthita Prajnan. You see the answer? Don't try to talk like a Sthita Prajnan. Be a Sthita Prajnan where it will come to you. And then you will start talking to people like that only. There are some places where they join ashram. Second day onwards they will talk very nicely only. When did you come? Until yesterday he was shouting at people. No? Because they found that in ashram people should talk like this only. That's how to train. How he became so all on a sudden like that? He is trying to pretend. Then what will happen? When he becomes the chief of the ashram, he will start shouting at people. Because the inner content is still not changed. No? So what is required is you should change the inner sense. That's more essential. Don't try to act like something else, but be in that, and then you will become so natural in that. In life is a river in which you should have the travel, and the journey can be done only with a good character. If the character is the boat, it will never have problem. You should have good character and good attitude, and your waves which takes you should be with love, happiness and devotion, and then you will be able to move through the life very happily. Life, you should have sufficient knowledge, you should work, you should have enjoyment, you should have skill, and that's the whole life. It's a new interpretation by me, patent. Okay? Stress, fear, courage, peace, happy, enlightenment. So enlightenment is the highest level where you have no stress, no fear, nothing will be there. Healthy lifestyle is your choice, and you will have got a very good life. This is where the spider and the snake, where spider catch the snake, not the other way. Okay, the spider net is being used to catch the snake. If one can do this, look at the nature, you will learn a lot. And from this you will know that, oh, this spider can catch a snake, why not I? We will be able to do a lot of things in our life. When I sit in my house at Iringarakuda, just opposite house there are a lot of plantain trees, and there is a plantain leaf like this on which the squirrel will travel. And you know, when the squirrel comes to the edge of the plantain leaf will start singing, and it goes back, and again it will go, it starts singing, and again it will go back, and after some time it just jumps. Exactly, it will go to the other plantain leaf and then knows how to balance, and it will run. You know how much trials it does? And it exactly falls. It never falls down. I have not seen. And I have seen hundreds of squirrels. I keep watching it. You know why? Because I am a space scientist. We also send rockets. Okay. And then what happens is, I used to wonder if these space scientists have got the squirrel brain, we should have been doing wonder here. But we don't have. The squirrel knows much more mathematics, trajectory, physics than most of the scientists. Okay. Life is not holding cards, but playing at the right time. That's more essential. So try to play the cards at the right time. See, this fellow and we all came from the same factory. We are not produced from a different factory, right? But he had the courage. It's so simple. If you can do here, you can do here also. And you see how happy he is. That's more important. Okay? And what for? Nothing will happen. We can try. It's very difficult at this place, but all of us can make a hole on your back, muscle, and then pull any vehicle. We are that strong. But we don't know that we are that strong. We don't know that we are that strong. The problem is we don't know our own strength. We believe that we are not having physical, emotional, intellectual powers, but we have. We always say that we have a lot of constraint on time. Another biggest problem for stress. The first thing, I don't have strength, that feeling. Fear, for that only I have shown 2 slides. Now I am telling the stress can come because of the time management. I am not very having time, sufficient time. The time is like a jar, 24 hours only. Manmohan Singh also have 24 hours, I also have 24 hours. Am I doing as much as he is doing? No, we don't. Therefore, the time is same, but the activities are less, but still we don't find time. The reason is we don't know how to manage our time. The larger roles, I have given a lot of roles in the beginning. I have a role as a scientist, I have a role as an employee, I have a role as a boss, I have a role as a subordinate, I have a role as a husband, a boss. Lot of jobs we have, and the family also we have. All that are roles, big goals, big stones. And smaller roles are the society in which we mingle, the telephone calls, SMS which we make, letter we write, email we send, all these are different. And that are smaller pebbles which we have. And also we have some our own entertainment, that also can be there, and that can be water. You pour water first, then the smaller pebble, sand pebble, then the bigger stone, while no place to stay in the vessel, you have to put it outside. But assume you put the bigger stones first and then put the smaller pebbles and then the sand and then the water, you will see it can be filled properly. You can do this experiment at home. You can see it matters how do you manage your activities so that the time becomes in your control. So it's more essential to have an activity management and decide what is to be done and do this. I have a normal question in these sessions. How much time it takes to water 1 liter of milk? Do you buy 1 liter of milk at home? Same vessel you boil it every day, same gas stove you are using, how much time it takes to boil?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? That means you are not sure. Ever have you seen? You don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. But assume you have seen the time for boiling milk once. Once you keep it, you see the time. Exactly after 7 minutes you can go and switch it off. Right now? But what we do, every 2 minutes we will see whether it is boiling or not, because we have nothing else to do. Right now? This happens because we find that we have nothing else to do and we say we have no time. How much time it takes to take bath, get ready, go to a place? We should know because every day we are doing it. But we don't look at it. Because we have sufficient time. All of us have got the concept of time with us. You want to test this? You want to test some practical? Close your eyes. When I say close your eyes, you can close it. Not now. I'll tell you where to close the eyes. When I say just open your eyes, I will give you instructions what is to be done. I will ask you to close your eyes and then lift your hand. From then, exactly after 15 seconds, you put your hand down and open your eyes. Okay? Now open your eyes, all of you. Please listen to me. Open your eyes. Don't sleep. Okay? 15 seconds. Okay? When I say start, put your hand up, close your eyes, and then exactly after 15 seconds, you put your hand down. Don't disturb your neighbor. Say that, okay, it's time now. Don't do that, okay? Do it yourself. Okay? Your time starts now. Close your eyes. Exactly after 15 seconds, without disturbing your neighbor, you can put your hand down. Exactly after 15 seconds only, you should put your hand down. Still people are sleeping, you can see her. So relaxed life. No concept of time at all. And some people have no patience. In 5 seconds they have put the hand down. At least there are 10 to 15 people at 5 seconds. There are another 20 people at 10 seconds. 15 people, there are very few. And now 50 seconds over, still your hand was up. Can you imagine? That's why people say that I am coming in a moment, and after 3 days only he will come. That means for him 1 moment is 3 days. We have no time concept. That's what it is. If every day we walk through the same road, people get trained with the different things, It's essential. When the power goes, light goes on, get the kids around, start some chanting, do some exercise like this, learn a lot. How much is 1 meter? You should know. Earlier 1 feet was there. Now you cannot measure your sari with feet, Put it on the ground. So 1 meter. 1 meter is exactly from this tip to my shoulder. I have measured on my own body. So what happens when you go to a shop, you want to measure whether 5 meter or 6 meter, just do this 3 times, and say that, okay, don't cheat me. Get your measurements on your body. So you can. It's all make every knowledge to yourself. What happens is no time concept for us. It generally happens. Because we find that, and even say, cooking, how much time it takes? 1 hour for a person who goes to office. A lady who does not go to office for whole day is cooking, right? No? And they say the whole day I am cooking. I'm a psychotherapist, so when family people come to me for counseling, they say that my life is wasted. Every day I have to clean my house. Why you should clean every day? Once it is clean, no? No, my husband always makes it dirty. Yeah, fine, wonderful. You clean it and enjoy. Your husband is making it dirty and enjoying. Both are enjoying. Good couple, no? If both are making dirty, it's a bad pair. If both are cleaning, they will fight for cleaning. So now no fighting. Wonderful. It has to be enjoyed like this. So people are made for each other. It has to be a reverse. Okay. So all time, like this time, is very good. And in life, according to Indian tradition, the best personality is a personality where these qualities are there. Elima, Mahima, Chaiva, Lekhima, Garima, Tata, Ishitvam ja Vashitvam ja Prapti Pragashyameva ja. Elima, try to become the smallest when you wanted to become smallest. In front of the boss, try to be the smallest. In front of the subordinate, try to become the boss. Don't do the other way, finished. Right, no? So the quality in front of a boss, why should I be like this? Don't see like this. That's a quality which people should have. When the police goes to the bazaar, he has to be the police. But going back home, wife will become the police. Okay? But surrender. Wherever you have to surrender. Wherever you have to take the lead. Elima, Mahima, Garima, Lekhima. Show the weight. Wherever you have to become weightless, become weightless. That's what is essential. Ishitvam ja Vashitvam cha. When people are around you, try to get hold of them. And when somebody is there who is greater than you, fall on his feet. Both are essential. These 6 qualities, wherever it is there, he is the best person. So if these qualities are there, Prapti Pragashyameva cha, he can become the greatest person. That's what it is called. Kama, Artha, Labha, Moksha, I have just explained. So I am just skipping that portion. And you should have good words. More important is good words. Nice words to speak. Vivekananda was one example. He was walking on the American street. Somebody pulled his turban because he have a different way of dressing. And then people found him a joke fellow and then just pulled his turban. He looked back and asked in fabulous English, "Why, gentlemen, why you are pulling my turban?" They never expected from this Kashaya Vesham such a wonderful English. And then he made a comment like this, "Why you are pulling my turban?" Good English. So they got upset. They never expected this person is so educated. They thought this is a person on the street. And then Vivekananda said, he said, "We never thought that you are such a cultured man." Vivekananda said, "In your land, tailor makes a gentleman. In our land, culture makes a gentleman. You can dress up well and show that you are good, but in India, your words will tell you what sort of a person you are. If you have wonderful words, then you are a nice person. If your words are not good, you are not." So it's more important to have nice words. That's why earlier in AIR, All India Radio, this loka used to come. Keyuranina bhushayanti purusham harana chandrojjalam napnanam nakusumam navilepanam etc. 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 Vak bhushanam bhushanam. Keyuranina bhushayanti purusham harana chandrojjalam. How much ornament you are putting? Whether you have taken bath or not, whether you have put kuri or not, whether you have put lot of flowers or not, all that doesn't matter. All that will be there, but your face looks so ugly, so dull, so you people don't like to talk to you. So if you are smiling face, even the dress is not good, you have no ornaments, people like to talk to you. So always people like smiling faces. Always smile. That's the easiest thing what you can give it to people. And when you smile and talk to people, and then Vak bhushanam bhushanam, nice words should come, and that should come from within. Otherwise you will make out, oh, this man is acting. That should not be done. Okay. So try to become a good person with, and how do you do that? Clean your manas. Nice words, nice mind. The words are produced from manas. We have to talk from manas. If nice words have to come, nice manas have to be there. How do you get nice mind? Clean mind. Vim powder, clean it perfectly. Okay. The mind gets words from the indriyas. Whatever I am hearing only I can tell. Is it not? The mother is scolding the kid because the mother got a scolding from his mother or her mother. The mother got a scolding for her mother. So generations and generations we are transferring knowledge. Every day scolding, stupid fellow, because I heard the word stupid from somewhere. And we are very good. We know the word dog, we know the word son, so we will mix it together and use it. Whenever we get angry, we mix words together and then use it nicely. Not necessarily we learn as it is. We know how to mix things also. That's what we do. So we will learn this together and then we use it. Whatever is in manas only we will use. So what is to be done? The mind has to be clean. Vak, mana. Vak comes from mana. Vak cannot be cleaned. Clean the manas first. From where it originates. How do you clean the manas? Where whatever you listen, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you smell, whatever you touch, whatever you taste is what is giving you the activity inside manas. So vak mana chakshu srotra grana jihvaredo buddhyagriti sankalpa me shuddhyandam. Buddhi also have to be clean. Sankalpam has to be clean. And once it is clean, you will use only good words. And saying good words, people will be happy with you. Saying good words, people will be happy with you. And you don't have to spend money. Priyavakya pradhanena sarve tushyanti jandavaha tasmat tadeka vaktavyam vajaneka daridrada. Wonderful sloka. Priyavakya pradhanena sarve tushyanti jandavaha. Even dogs will, any animal will be happy hearing nice words. Nice words you tell, they will be happy. The dog will start, twisting the tail when you have got nice words along with that. So use good words, people will be with you. Priya vakya pradhanena sarve tushyanti jandavaha tasmat tadeka vaktavyam. Then why can't you tell good words? Vajaneka daridrada. Why you wanted to be confused on words? Anyway you are not spending. You are not giving money, you are only saying nice words, no spending on So use nice words. That is to be done. So nice words are essential. So communication skill is only that. Not the number of words what you know. The words what you know have to be put with honey together. That's more essential. Welcome is the source to meet in English. Okay, that's a proverb. If the food is not good also, no problem. But if there is a welcome associated with that, you get a nice food, the feeling taste. Life has to have a good plan. If you have a good plan, you will have lot of time, lot of stress can be reduced, you will become wonderful and the goal will be there. Don't construct a house without a plan. Don't live a life without a plan. You should know when it comes to 40 age what I will become. What's my goal? 45 what I am going to be. 50 what I am going to be. It may collapse, doesn't matter. But once it goes, how do I go? Have a plan along with that. The most important slide is of this day could be you become what you focus on and the people with whom you spend time. So that's more essential. So have lot of time. World of lot of possibilities. Conflict resolution, mindset and attitude is essential. Are we really growing? Most of the people have uncontrolled mind. Lack of confidence, loss of trust, madness, depression, stress, hypertension, all these are problems. Your health will become really bad. Stay calm and ask, what's the problem? Ask ourselves what is the problem. Most of the time reactions are entirely different. Like fever is only the symptom but not the disease. The reaction what is shown at many places as intolerance is not because of that, because something else happened internally. Your basic character has got some problems. So unless you clean your character, whatever reactions you do will get treated, but you will never get. The food is not at all good. Every day the scolding at home. It's not the food is not good because you don't like the person who is cooking the food. It's just that. If you like the person, oh, so good, no, wonderful. That keeps saying. We have a Malayalam proverb, every day the idli is made, chutney is also given. Chutney is not at all good. You know the neighbor's chutney, wonderful chutney, as if every day he is eating them. God only knows whether they are eating. And the lady thought that this day I will give a nice chutney from the neighbor. So the lady goes out, gets nice chutney and then given along with idli. And idli, so good chutney, you should know how to make this. No, only cow knows how to make this. Only cow knows how to make this. Because the chutney is not chutney, it was cow dung. So once and the wife chants like Mano Ranjana Ranjana Yengil Chano Kundi Sambandhya. If your mind accepts, if your manas accepts, even the cow dung will become nice chutney for you. Okay? So stay calm and ask, what is the problem? The inner problem could be entirely different. The way you react could be entirely different. So keep saying no problem. Only way to get rid of problems in life, to be happy, is say no problem. Say no problem. Say no problem. Louder. Say no problem. No problem. Whatever comes, you keep saying no problem. Because we say always we are in problem. I am in problem. I am in problem. What do you say? I am in problem. That means I am in problem. Problem is bigger. I am smaller. I am getting into problem. Is there any problem in our life which is bigger than us? So how can you get into problem? You cannot. So change the sentence and say, how do you change the sentence? Problem is in me. So when you are in problem, that means problem is in me. If problem is in you, there are a lot of solutions. Take a deep breath. Stretch your hands up. Hold the finger like this. Take a deep breath. Stretch it like this. And just hit and say no problem. The problem will go. Don't you feel relaxed? It's a big problem. Listening to lecture is a big problem. Once you take relax, you forget. There's no problem. Okay? And if still problem exists, assume that husband and wife or mother and kid, somebody is scolding each other, fighting each other. Father and son scolding, no problem. Mother, that's why I take the last example, mother. Mother should never scold. Father can scold. They are designated to scold. In my house and all, I take decisions. The smaller decisions my wife will take. No, generally why the fighting happens? Because two arguments will be there. Whether this is to be done, this is to be done. We have taken an agreement. All big decisions I will take. Smaller decision, my wife only will take. What is the big decision? Who will become the next Prime Minister? All such decisions I will take. Smaller household activities are all given to that. So no problem. We will not intervene. Any problem. So when you have got discussions only, you will have problem. When you have hot argument, anyway you need lot of energy to fight. The person who is listening also should fight. Otherwise there is no thrill, no? So what is to be done? Give one bottle of water, drink, stamina. I will also drink one bottle of water. Whenever you wanted to scold, take 2 bottles of water, give 1 bottle there, 1 bottle here, finish it and then start. You see, you can never start. Okay, assume 1 bottle also is not enough, take 2 more bottles. After 3-4 bottles, anyway 2 toilets, bathrooms are there, no? You will go there, come back and say no problem. Okay, that's the best way to solve. If that water is also, there is water scarcity, keep some lemon or amla in house. Amla you know? Amla, Nellika and lemon. Both you keep in fridge. Whenever people get angry, wanted to scold, put it inside. Best solution. Okay. Innocent Paranada, Malayalam cinema. Most of my lesson classes I take from cinemas only. Okay. So this is what innocent says in some movie. Okay. So you say no problem. What can do with this? At the end there should be some result. If no result, don't try to scold and get reactions. Conflict is a big problem. Try to win. Just smile at problems, you will win. If you don't, you have problem. Okay, freedom of self-discipline. If somebody start telling you do this, very difficult to listen to that. We will not be happy. So what is to be done in life? Keep a self-discipline. Then you will become wonderful. And don't expect somebody else to be like what you are. Very difficult. All of you try your hands like this. Try your hands like this. Don't change from this place, okay? Now like this only. See? Which hand was on the front side? Right hand. Which hand is yours? Right. But for some people it is on left. Left. I asked you to do like this. Why you are doing like this? Yeah. The reason is? You always do like that. It's very difficult to change. Try to change the right on the left and left on the right. Not very comfortable, right? As simple as that. We expect others to be like me. You cannot. Everybody have their own style. And who taught you? Nobody taught us. We happen to be like this. Accept people as they are. Don't say that this is right, this is wrong. Both are right and both are wrong. There is no single right, single wrong in this world. There are many rights and many wrongs. Accept rights and wrongs in life. Then there is no problem. So try to accept people and have a self-independent, self-decision which you will start flying. Kite will fly. You know which path it should take? It doesn't know. We doesn't know, they doesn't know. And just allow people to fly. But always keep a string. The string is not there, the kite won't fly. Okay, so have a control, but limited control, but allow it. Don't buy the kite and keep inside the shelf. That does not help. Life is to live. So happily, enjoy and live happily. That's what is essential. And kites always fly against the wind. So, we always ask for strength and we always get difficulties because that's what makes us more stronger. In life, this is economics of life. People say that, oh, for you I have spoiled my whole life. And you can see father scolding the son. As if the whole life means what? When you took birth, son also took birth or what? Never happens, right? No? So whole life is not there. Half life. And half life, what you say is better is given to wife. So whole life is not there. 1/4 is gone. And only for me, don't you go to your office, don't you do other job, all that is done. So how much time you have spent for me? Ask questions, economics of life. This class is economics of life. The whole 2 hours can be economics of life. Okay, when we live 60 years, let us take 60 years. How much time we sleep? 1/3 of our life. 8 by 24 hours. Are we happy while sleeping? Sleeping happy, no? If you don't do big crimes in the day, night you don't have bad dreams, and no bad dreams can be more than few seconds. 8 hours we are happy. 1/3 of our life we are happy. Is it not a great life? We say I am so bad, not at all happy in my life, full tension. What is full tension? 1/3 no tension, no. Is it not? So 1/3 of our life is secured, safe. We are very happy. And also depends on who is sleeping beside. That's a big problem. Okay, you are happy otherwise. Doesn't matter. Now, this 8 hours, government employees sleep much more in the office. Forget about them. Their 1/2 is also safe. And 8 hours people work nearly 30 years. 30 years, 8 hours if you work, you count, it's hardly 5 years. When we take a degree, up to 10th class when we study, how many years we are studying? Not 18 years. Whole BBA will be just 1.5, 2 years. If you count by BBA, up to BBA when you do, up to 10th class, 200 working days only 1 year. 200 working days, hardly 6 hours of learning. That means 1200 hours only you are studying. 1200 hours is only 50 days. Correct? No? 1 month, 1.5 month. So 1 year course is only 1 month study. So 10 years up to 10th class is only 1 year study. Okay. Done an MSc, MPhil, PhD, LLB, MBA, MS, all that together I have not studied more than 7 years in my life. I was repenting in 40 years, I have studied only 7 years. Wasted my another 33 years, I could have studied much more. So when we think, count every moment in life, ask a question, how much time we are spending for the mother and father who gave us life? They must have spent months together for us. 10 months at least they lived for us, and then for up to 2 years, every step has been taken care of. Did we ever do anything for them? Ask a question. But nowadays mothers are not like that. Nowadays fathers are not like that. Last talk I gave another joke, I will give another joke today. There was a father, father went to office. They go early, right? No? Not to office, many other places also. They went to office. And mother, after the whole job is somehow managed, she was driving out. She called the servant maid, and the servant maid says that yesterday also your kid was so much noise, crying all the day. Don't worry, one tablet you give, she will sleep. Okay, he will sleep, one tablet. No, then after lunch what will happen? I have to sleep that time. No, that time only he will get up. Okay, give another one more tablet. Let him sleep until that time. So the tablets are given and slept. That's how kids have been taken care of in most of the Krish. Okay, so that is that. After 30 years, in an old age home, to the manager, the telephone comes from Germany. How is my mother? The manager says, so difficult to manage her, no? She is making lot of noise. Don't worry, give 2-3 tablets. No, she will sleep. So in your childhood, if you have taken care of like that, you will take care of like that your mother also. So it's what we get, we will give. We are all trained to be like this. So try to give some love. Try to find some time for the relatives. If you don't find time for your relatives, there is no point in telling that I am living for them. In Malayalam, Kadamanitta have got a nice poem. Shanta. He comes from office from Trivandrum to his place, Kadamanitta. Only Saturday evening he will reach. Monday morning he has to go. Only Sunday night he has got. And Sunday he has to go for programs. I mean, Saturday night, Sunday he has to go for programs. It's a well-known poet. So he says, Shante, Kuligari Niran Mati, Mudiaka Uduki Varia. ഇല്ല നമുക്കായൊരു സന്ധ്യ രാപ്പാതിയല്ലാതെ മറ്റൊന്നുമില്ലെന്നിരിക്കവേ അർത്ഥം കൊടുത്തു ഒലിപ്പിച്ചെടുക്ക നാം. ഇല്ല നമുക്കായൊരു സന്ധ്യ. We don't even have half of a night. Little bit of time. Not even a full sandhya with us. So what is to be done? Little bit of time only we have. Don't have complaints each other. Don't try to spend our time unnecessarily. Try to enjoy your life. If you don't enjoy your life, the whole life is wasted. Only 2-3 days the kids will come back, working in some software company, in hostel, and then they come for 2-3 days, the next day starts fighting. The life is useless. So try to spend nice, wise, enjoyable time. Then you can say that much time you are spending with them. Anyway, any burden if you carry for some time, that's not a big burden. So if at all somebody is a burden for you, carry only for some time. And that time carry with the full heart. That's more essential. Okay. So happiness and blessing. If you do good things to many people, that's what is Ishvara Pujanam. What is Ishvara Pujanam? Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyavi dehinaha sandosham janayat prajna tadaivam Ishvara Pujanam. Ishvara Puja is not what generally people do as Ishvara Puja. Ishvara Puja is serving people. Serving people around you. Where to serve? Whoever you meet. The first it should start from your own house. Start serving people each other. How do you do? I have seen people go for morning walk, 6 kilometers walking. As soon as they reach home, get me one glass of water, because he cannot walk up to the kitchen. He can walk 6 kilometers, but one more step in the kitchen, no, not possible. Inside the kitchen, if you do all the job, that is enough to become fit. But they don't do. Morning itself, one way they spend money for learning yoga, another way they spend money on the servant maid. Both are spending only. But if you do the job at home, that's enough. You will become fit. But they don't do that. We want to spend money somehow. Anyway, that's good. Socialism. Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyavi dehinaha sandosham janayat prajna tadevam Ishvara Pujanam. Ishvara Puja is that. Okay? You have value-based citizen have to be generated. That's what. There was a question by a student to Kalam. How do we do social service? Then Kalam gave an answer. Is your study table is clean? No, that my mother cleans. Okay, start from your study table. Clean it well. Make it keep neat. That's what first. Serve yourself first. and then your room you make it neat, and then the house you make it neat. Then no, my mother does it every day, it is neat. What to be done? Then you will go to your neighbor's house and make it neat, he said. Then if every house is neat, go to the street and make it neat. That is to be done. Now you cannot have a single place wonderful and everything else dirty around. So try to do whatever social service you can do. And once you have more knowledge, doing social service is very difficult. A small boy was standing on the seashore, was trying to pick a starfish. You know starfish? Once the wave comes and the starfish becomes ulta, upside down, it cannot go back. It cannot walk. Therefore, the sun comes, it dies. That's why you see a lot of starfish around, died starfish. And the small kid, seeing the starfish, it just picked up starfish and then throwing to the sea. A wise, intelligent gentleman came there and, are you crazy? What are you trying to do? The seashore is so long. Can you save all the starfish around in the world? Is it possible? And do you know the starfish which you are throwing, next wave will take it again. Are you fighting with the sea? Are you mad? So stupid. Don't waste your time. Do some useful things, The boy did not listen because he has a good attitude. Again picked up starfish and thrown. The old man became angry. Started shouting at him. Again he picked up a starfish. Uncle, for this starfish, for this moment, it makes a difference. That's the answer for that. Okay? So in life, social service doesn't mean doing great things. Small things to somebody else also matters. That's enough. Okay? Amandravakcharam nasti, nasti moolam anaushadam, ayogya purusho nasti, yojaha tatra durlabha. Management lesson. The manager's job is not to find everybody equally great. There may be people with a different caliber. Pick up the right fellow and put at the right place. That's what HRD is. Not that select the best fellow. The world is not everybody with equal caliber. At home also we will see many people have different taste. Put them at the right place. That's what the manager's job. Living, you cannot have people. That's what it says. Amandram aksharam nasti. No letters are good or bad. Once you put them in sequence, you get bad words and good words. The way you put it makes it good or bad. So your ability, a good poet is a person who puts words in the right style, in the right place. Nasti moolam adaushadham. There is no single root which is bad. At which time where it is to be used determines whether the root is good or bad. All poisons are medicines or medicines are poisons also. Okay, we used to say, if you have got, an example. Okay, if somebody has got dysentery, loose motion, a small kid, raw banana, that is given as the medicine. But if you have a digestion problem, give the ripe one. It's the same banana, but when to give matters. Okay, so it all depends on who uses, where uses, when uses, how you are using it. Ayogya purusho nasti. Everybody has quality, but try to put them at the right place. That's more important. I was seeing this picture day before yesterday in Times of India. Have you seen? Having seen, I thought these people are so crazy, They are sleeping on the roof, yeah? Mad fellows, they can fall anytime, right? No? That's the first thinking process which comes, because I am highly negative. But when you see the rest, you will see they are sleeping because the underground is totally water. Okay? This is what people are trained. People are highly negative sometimes. They will sit in the class sometime. They will sit in my class. And then after the class they will say, hey, you have done some mistake. You should not have told like this. 2 hours class, only one mistake I told, or did I tell something good also? Tell me what I did good now first and then tell me the mistake. People don't do that. They will only find the mistakes. Whatever you do, sometimes my English is not good. I am not an English fellow, I am a Manglish fellow. Malayalam learned English, Anyway, it is not my mother tongue, it is other tongue. So that can be wrong. It's not possible. Somebody will say your grammar is very bad. I was not teaching grammar, I was taking mind control class. But what happened to the person who was sitting? He happened to be an English MA fellow, master of Atnana. And then he sat there and find all this, okay, this fellow's English I will check now. And the first itself he heard, instead of telling children, I told children's. Yeah, that's enough. This man, how do I catch him after the lecture? No? I should not allow him to go. He caught me and said, you used children's. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, thank you for correcting me. But then tell me all the tenses, no? I will give you one verb, give me all the tenses, I said. What is the tenses? Because when we were studying, we used to by heart tenses. Without, otherwise you will get beatings. No? So we have by hearted all of them. I take, I have taken, I have taken, I have been taken, I took, I was taken, I have taken, I have taken, I shall take, I shall be taken, I shall have taken, I shall be taken. Any verb given, we have to tell like this. That was the prescription given. So we have learned all this, but what happens if you don't practice sometimes? That do happen. And we do mistakes. Everybody will have mistakes, But only people will see mistakes. It's a problem. In life, don't try to see mistakes. You will become most unhappiest person. The other fellow, for me, no problem, because I will accept anything. But some people will find always mistakes, and don't try to be negative like this. This is, at age 4, daddy is great. 6, he knows everybody, and then goes like this. After some age, people start finding fault with father, and when he became old, he will feel this father is wonderful. Because then only he will realize the father has to be like this. There are some lessons like this. Okay, so don't try to identify what is to be done to be positive. Believe in yourself. Have good control in mind. Lot of steps around. This is all I must have told. Be constructive. Don't try to demolish things around. Most fundamental question, who am I? Who am I? All these chemicals mixed together is what we are, and that worth only 210 rupees on the market. Okay, but what is there is, you have so many things working like this inside. That cannot be seen as simple as that. What is essentially required is your sense, mind, intelligence and soul have to be get together. I said Manas will ask you to do something, intellect will tell you don't do this, and then night it comes as dream because your Atma is not happy. Atma is the judge. Indriyas are the police fellows. And Manas is the rule. And this brain is the administrators. What they will do? They will tell don't do this, don't do this only. And rules are there which makes us to do. Rules are for us to work. That's all. And after all this happens, the judge will say, you should not have done this. Like Atma will tell us, you should not have done this. We tell ourselves, oh, I did a mistake, I should not have done this. Who says? It's our Atma which says. Who asks us to do? It's the Manas. There will be a contradiction between Buddhi and Manas. Somehow we will try to argue each other and then get into a conclusion and then do that. But then Atma says, no, you should have gone with the Manas, not with the Buddhi. And this happens. So therefore Lord Krishna says to be the happiest person, to improve your non-stress state after some time in life. In the younger age it cannot happen, but after some time you feel happy only when you raise your manas to the Atma level. So whatever the desire comes will be equal to the Atma's desire. Never the Atma should tell you that you should not have done this, then you are the happiest person. Make your manas in such a fashion where Atma will never tell you that you should not have done this. That's what is to be done. What is to be done? Uddared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadhayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Uddared atmanatmanam. You raise your manas to the Atma level where it will never become its enemy. That's the stage where you have to be. Okay? That then your body and manas also will start reacting together and you will become the most happiest person. Okay? Education should be to give it wisdom. Data, information, knowledge, skill, wisdom, experience. When you add analysis, it becomes information. When you learn it, that becomes education. When you practice it, becomes skill. When you add ethics and morality, that becomes wisdom. Use for the society, that becomes experience. Otherwise, we and animal have no difference. Jnanam is what is to be used for society only can be called as experience. That is to be done. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maidunani. Maidunam is sex. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maidunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nranam, Pashunam. Nranam is human being, Pashu is animal. For these two, this is equal. Jnanam Naranam Adigo Vishesho. Extra for human being is only knowledge. Jnane Bihina, Pashubis Samana. Ask a question. Did I learn anything today? Did I learn anything today? Yes. Ask a question the day you have not learned anything. Then raise your hand, lift your hands like this, take it on your head, and then say, which animal I am. Think yourself. You can decide which animal you are. Okay? Assume you learned something. Take your hand up, take it back, and say pat here, and say well done. Okay? It's you. You are an animal if you don't learn a day, and if you are a learning person, that means you are a human being. Otherwise, no animal and human being are different. Some animals are much better than human being. Only we have the capability to learn. Positive thinking, that's more essential for mental, social, spiritual levels. What is the first step? You must know where you are going. Don't get into a bus when the conductor comes and asks you where you wanted to go. I don't know. Then he will tell you get down. Like you are in your life, the God comes and asks you where you wanted to go. Sir, I don't know where I wanted to go. Get down. Okay, so we must have a good goal in our life. If there is no goal, it's called wandering. Are you living? No, I am wandering here. Right? Okay, you don't have a goal, the life does not work. And people say that, yeah, I would have become wonderful, good goal. Everything is possible if I have got a good car. If I would have taken birth in a nice family, I would have done wonders. That means my horoscope is not correct. My time and date of birth has to be correct. How can you do that? Many people do puja because there is a graha dosha. That means your 8th guru will go to 9th after doing puja, and it will give a credit on your jataka. Yeah, he has done this much puja, so 8th position shifted to 9th. Will it happen? Doesn't happen. Then why you are doing puja? With all the horoscope, you go to another astrologer, he will also tell you Shani dosha. Then what you do? Choose Shani puja. Again, will it jump to the next 8th to 9th? It does not go. It is there only. What can be done? Then why do we do puja? You cannot repair your car. You are inside the car and then closed everywhere. You have to drive. You cannot change the car. Your horoscope cannot be changed. You are there. Whether you are in a, what is the best car? Which is the best car? Land Cruiser. Okay. Land Cruiser or in an old 800 Maruti. It depends on your anebare. Your talavara. You cannot change it. You have been produced like that. Now what is to be done? This is the product. How do you sell? You decide. You have been produced like this. How do I sell? Can I say that I will become wonderful if I am like Amitabh Bachchan? I cannot do anything. Like Salman Khan? I cannot do anything. I am like this only. I am Shashi Kumar only. What can I do as Shashi Kumar? That's my question. That's what I am doing. Try to find out what you can do. With the car, what you can do. And you say, I have a wonderful road. No, I will drive. That's what called Vastu. People say that the house is not good. Otherwise, I will become wonderful. That means a nice car, nice road, then only I will drive. Are you a good driver? I have an airport road only I will drive, not in the normal road. No. Then you are not driving. Any road you must drive. Any car you must drive. You see the old taxi drivers, they have old taxi, still they will drive. If the road is actually very bad, wonderful, no, you are jerking free of cost. You don't have to pay. In some park and all, you have to pay 50 rupees for this jerk. Free of cost. On the road itself you can jerk. Very good, no? Kerala and all, very good. Free. That's why it is called a fantasy place. The whole road is fantasy place. All tourist place. Throughout, as you go to Kerala, tourism starts. Kerala tourism is very famous. On the road also they will give you enjoyment. Some do accidents keep happen because every enjoyment have got an accident associated with that. Okay, so this happens. But enjoy. If you can no control, you must know how to drive. That's important. So your driving skill is important. You may have a bad horoscope. Your Vastu is not good, but still if you can perform very good, you are the greatest person. And all these pujas, chanting, all this is to give you strength. Nothing will change. Only thing, when a ball comes, an astrologer is a person who will tell you the ball is coming, be careful. Either you can shift your head or catch it or get ready. Show your muscle so that no, somebody is going to hit you. What you will do? You show your muscles, so that nothing will happen to you. So your muscle power increasing is what happens during puja. Okay? So you cannot keep quiet. You have to do your karma. And that skill is most essential for you to become better. And learning, just hearing does not happen. The learning comes through the heart. Whatever I said, if it's just in your brain, I am useless. If it is in your heart, then I am slightly better. So whatever people talk, it should come from heart. Don't you feel that I am talking from my heart? Not from my buddhi. When I talk from heart, people will be able to listen from heart. So that's essential. I should hit in your heart. Whenever people talk to each other, that should become a hearty talk. From heart it should come. Then people will enjoy. And read. Don't read, just reflect. Don't do. Do it with the devotion. Don't tell and write. Communicate. Analyze. Understand. That's a difference you should have. Okay? Remember, excellence is not becoming better than somebody else. Don't ever try to compare somebody with somebody. Am I better than yesterday? Did I improve myself? I must have given maybe hundreds of lectures on the same topic in the last 1 year alone. But still yesterday night, 12 o'clock, I worked on this. That is, added few more sentences, change a few more ideas, put one more picture, scan the Times of India and then put it there, whichever comes yesterday. Otherwise, I am not improving. I must enjoy my talk. You may suffer, that doesn't matter for me. Okay, I must enjoy. If I don't enjoy, I should stop the day which I don't enjoy my talk. So I am enjoying. That's more important. When you do a job, you enjoy it. So that's more important. Anything which we do, enjoy. If you don't enjoy, quit. That's what is to be done. If you don't enjoy the family life, divorce. Okay. Why to trouble others and individually great? Am I better than yesterday? I must feel, yeah, I have done well. That's more essential. Okay. There is one CD available for you with some talks. If you have some questions, probably I can answer you that. If there are some questions, I can answer you that. That's creativity. Okay, that's creative. Ask some questions. Yeah.
So you said you show us some eating patterns.
It is there in that. Slide is not the talking. Okay, eating pattern. Drink lot of water. Okay. Drink lot of water. That is the best way to clean your body, stomach. Get lot of energy. Ardha puradaye dannam tadardham varinam tada. If you can eat 6 idlis, eat only 3. Ardha puradaye dannam. Half stomach only should be filled. Tadardham varinam tada. Half of that half should be with water. Otherwise your mixie will not work. Okay. Then rest has to be air. Eka bhuktam mahayogi, dvibhuktam mahabhogi, tribhuktam mahayogi, chaturbhuktam mahadrohi. Eka bhuktam mahayogi. Once you eat, you are a yogi. Doesn't mean that a yogi will eat only once. That's what it means. Okay. Don't try to eat once and try to become a yogi. You will become rogi only. You cannot be that. Because a pattern should come. Okay. It's a slow change only can make you to that. Eka bhuktam mahayogi, dvibhuktam mahabhogi, tribhuktam maharogi, chaturbhuktam mahadrohi. Eat what is required for your energy, not for tongue. Only for tongue people will eat. That's not good. Eat for your energy. That's more important. When you eat, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmatnau Brahmanahudam Brahmaiva Tena Gandharvyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. That's what you should chant before eating. Brahmarpanam. The eating is a Brahmarpanam. You are doing a yaga, yajna, havis, sacrifice. The eating becomes a sacrifice for you. What is that you are putting? Not the old dustbin. Everything what is not required. Mother will tell you, I have cooked for you, you must eat. Otherwise what should I do? Put it into dustbin. Don't make me to put it into dustbin, put in your dustbin. That's why people will eat. Don't eat. If you don't like, say no. If you don't like, say no. The time when your food is in front of you, if you don't require, don't eat. Because your consciousness, your mind, your cell will tell you what is not good for you. And if you start eating because of compulsion, you will fall sick after some time. If you don't like something and you force you to eat, that you will become. After some time you will become sick. And not necessarily you have the same style. Maybe sometime you like only sambar and rice, eat it. Maybe after some time you don't like sambar, only curd. Eat with that. If you don't like, don't eat. Whatever is of taste to you, eat that. And try to experiment as many food as we want. But today in the market you have got a lot of GM food. You know what's GM food? Genetically modified food. You know how it is made? Genetically modified food. You know that kadugu, avalu, what's it called? Mustard. Okay, you will see earlier smaller ones. Now you will see big, bada, nice ones, right now? The orange apple, everything you can see. The other day I purchased apple and then I was cutting it to see one seed inside, no seeds. Seedless, great. People produce seedless. Unproductive mothers, kids are unproductive today. It cannot reproduce. You know why? Because such apple have no energy inside. And therefore, no ant, no flies will eat that. Therefore, you don't have to have pesticides. Taking care of such products are very easy. You can just produce mass. And then what do? You pay higher price and eat it. For what? Just fill the stomach, no energy for you. Any seed which will not grow cannot give energy. You can imagine a small seed becomes a big tree. Where does it get the energy? It's all condensed and kept inside the seed. Once you eat that, you are getting energy. But assume you get a seed where nothing can be produced from that, impotent. You become impotent after some time. Nothing will work, no energy inside. Now rice is generated, GM modified, genetically modified rice. And you know, only in such places it is being sold. The producers eat the better ones. In America it is banned. In China you have to have two different products. One GM food, non-GM food. You have to be told you are giving GM food. Then only you can sell it. But here everything is mixed, masala only. And most of us, what we do, the most stinking food, we mix with the nice masala to smell and then eat. It starts stinking inside. We eat for half inch. Some people are bigger, doesn't matter. But half inch tongue only is getting satisfied. And 36 feet will suffer. Somewhere you will see references like this. So hope that will satisfy. Some more reference, I will give you later.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You told about Karmaputra and Arjuna, and that shows the difference in the satsang or the association you have with the people. One child is born in today's world. When it is born, I think it is innocent. The moment we are teaching something, it is learning from the mother, from the society, from the friends, from the education, and it is a product of the entire thing. Now, if the mother is not educated, if the teacher is educated in such a way or not educated, everybody is educated in their own, but not with the values, but with motivated product or motivated media, motivated messages and values, and the real values, it is very hard unless it is an instinct in him. If there is no possibility to develop that instinct, it should be some Swami Vivekananda or some big people, as you correctly said, or one like you. The others, they are not able to get a chance to develop it. Even if they develop, there is a limit to that. Because the entire education system, the government who is introducing the government, who are the ministers, who are the politicians, what is their point? So is our temple souls, the management, the people, through whom this energy of value, that is this values which is very difficult, and unfortunately in our case, this is the language Sanskrit. Very few people know. As you correctly said, the phonetic effect may be very bad. Instead of Indra Patam, they may ask for Mudra Patam, because we do not know what we are talking. There is no. So what is your suggestion for that or this?
It's for you. Okay, not again. Okay. Do our education system have dance classes in the schools?
Yes, some of them.
Some of them. If you don't have, what you will do? You find some private dance teachers, pay 200, 300 rupees per month and then teach them dancing. Is there any effort from any of the mothers to take them to some place to teach some value, morality, culture? It's possible. Only thing, people don't train them in such place. There are available sources. There are people who can teach.
Very limited.
Very limited. You know, in Guruvayur temple, I was taking a class on personality development. In their Vyaktitva Vikasana, Malayalam class. Almost 60 and above aged people were there. I said youth from 15 to 40 is my focus group. All old people think they are young. That's the problem. At the end of the class, some old gentleman came and asked me, "Sir, your message is wonderful. Actually, it should go to the young generation." Yeah, thank you. I also know that's only what you are trying to say. But your kids are around here in the class now?
No.
Your kids are around in this class today?
What's the name?
Your kids are around there in this class today?
No.
No. Are they at home?
They are not at home. They are at home, yes.
As simple as that. As simple as that. As simple as that. That was the answer which I gave to him. That was the same answer which I got. And that is the same situation everywhere. People believe that this is what is to be learned at the old age after death. When I went to Kerala for giving a lecture on Bhagavad Gita at NSS, what is that? Karayogam, Higher Society Karayogam in Ernakulam. They have booked a ticket for me. My age was shown as 64 years. Nearly 10 years back. I got stunned. I thought anybody who talks on Bhagavad Gita has to be above 60. No. Because below 60, who will talk about this? The problem. People think that spirituality or bhakti, all these have to come at later moment only. What happens is it has to be learned at younger age. People have to be trained for that. There are situations. I was seeing nearly 500 young generation in Hyderabad every week teaching them these classes. Some of the CD lessons are only for them. Okay, so it has to be, don't find fault with some XYZ. What you can do, what I can do, what I can do is what I am doing. What I can do is what I am doing. I told I will give lecture, but nothing has happened. So the other week I said, this week I am having a lecture, you decide when you want. Then I said, Friday is a holiday for me, you arrange on Friday. I initiated, none of them asked. Did you ask me? Did you fix a date? I said, I am going to give a lecture because some people ask me, they want my lecture. I said, this Friday I am free, I am going to give a lecture. If you can arrange, you arrange it. It's me, I have initiated and said. Most of the lectures which I started giving was only because of my initiation. What you are doing, do it. Don't say that what others are doing, they are not doing good, they are not doing good. If there is a stinking smell, if you can find it out, try to take it out and throw it out. If you cannot throw it out, put some spray around. That's only what we can do. So try to spray around, There may be stinking smell. You cannot remove the root cause. There is no point in finding fault. I am not able to change the place. If you have a spray, try to spray. There is no light around, generator is not working, nothing is working, but you place a candle there if you can. That's what is to be done. Every individual has a role to play in the society. But try to find a role and then try to do what we can. That's what I'm trying to do. That's my humble submission to this. That's all. I have no complaints against anybody in the world. The world is going as it has to go. Because I cannot change this world. What is the point in changing? I can only change myself. I am in the railway station waiting for my wife to come. 12 o'clock the train is supposed to come. The train is not coming. What should I do? What should I do? I cannot say, no, stupid Lalu Prasad Yadav only made the train late. What does it affect Lalu Prasad Yadav? My BP will go. Correct, no? Anyway, wife is not around. I am in the railway station. Enjoy, no? As simple as that.
So sir, your giving the message is that nobody can change anybody.
Try to do what you can.
But we can.
I can change.
That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, can we not motivate?
That's what I am trying to do. But whether you get motivated or not is not my effort, it is your effort.
I
Yeah.
have
So
to-
individual, how to be happy? Not when everybody around me are happy. I am happy.
Otherwise follow the system.
No, don't worry about this. Just be happy. Whatever I can do, try to do. Don't try to say that he is not doing, he is not doing. Doesn't matter. Let nobody do. I have the courage to do, I do it. That's all. I have the effort, I am doing it, whatever. And I cannot teach everything after learning everything in the world. There is no end for learning. So learning and teaching goes together. Now I have another learning from you. Good questions will give me good knowledge. So I am like a butterfly. Take something from here, take something from here, take something from here. And from wherever we go, learn little bit and then try to pass it to somebody else. That's what. Yeah. Question? That will charge.
So you have enlightened me only with that if you can do it, otherwise be happy in you.
Yes.
Get contented and quiet.
Ask good question, you will get presentations. Yeah. Now there will be lot of questions.
I just want to know whether do you have any specialized content or course for teenagers like 14 or 16 years old?
I have, that was by accident in Arapura I went. Those were days where I had to have 6 lectures per day. Move from one place to another place to another place. When we reach only we will know what is the content. So accidentally I gave a talk on teenage management. The title was teenage management. So after that I have given many lectures on teenage management. How to, that is more on motivation, values. Because teenage is the time when people are more stressed in physical, because secondary sexual organs will start growing, so a lot of tension on that, physical, emotional, okay, because as the body changes, manas also will change. Sharira manaso yoga parasparamanu prajet. Shariram and body body and mind are equally related. So any change in the body will also change the manas. And emotionally, and maximum study has to happen in the teenage. Intellectually maximum strain. And they are the most blessed people, they can take as much strength as they can. Is given by God. Okay? But if not given in the right path, they will go wrong. So some modules are there specifically for them with a lot of interactive sessions, group discussions, problem discussions and all that. That's more of interactive session, one full day, not half day. One full day workshops are available for them, and art of parenting, how to take care of kids. That's another lecture which is available. Okay? English, Malayalam, English. Malayalam or English? That is from Kannur to Delhi. The last Dashavidya talk also is the record. Okay?
How do we increase the concentration?
Concentration part. If you have interest, you have concentration. If you have no interest, no concentration. Do you watch movie in the cinema theater? 2.5 hours? Is there any problem in concentration? I have not seen a single person who is telling in the cinema theater, throwing the ticket and say, I am not able to concentrate and then walking out of the theater. Have you seen? It's thrilling, no? In the lecture, after 15 minutes, lost. Interest is lost. Why? Because Shah Rukh Khan is not there. That's a problem, no? If you have interest, you will have concentration.
See, you spend money and go and sit there and walk.
That's correct. That's why I was telling, don't arrange free lectures, no value. That's why I was charging 100 rupees for the CDs, but I gave you free. Because 100 rupees I should take permission. Free giving, no permission is required, no? I can spend my money. Okay, so always it's a problem. That's a problem. All the time it happens. I just wanted to give some CDs and said permission is required. I said, go it. If I give free, no permission required. I don't have to ask XYZ. Why should I ask XYZ? Right? If I can spend the money, so no problem. So it's always like that. Once you spend the money, it has a value. That's why lecture in this hall is free. Outside it charges. I don't give. My 1-2 hours of lecture will be 10,000 rupees outside. And there are people to buy. If I start booking today, 365 days, I can live on that. I can live, I earn more than that. But that's not. 1 hour lecture, I travel from here to Bangalore even. Next week I am going. 1 hour lecture. So the airfare itself they will pay. So it happens. Once you pay, there will be a lot of concentration. That happens.
Distractions, how do you just to focus yourself? There's so many distractions around.
Very difficult to focus for more than 20 minutes. Who says this? You're a Malayali? Yeah.
I can understand it.
Yeah, very good. Understand only. Don't overstand. Never improve. Understand only. In Malayalam, Mohanlal movie says nice answer for this. Only 20 minutes people can concentrate, not more than that. Very difficult to concentrate continuously on something if that is not that interesting. Very difficult. So what you do is, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, shake yourself once again and then concentrating. Don't become too mechanical. Whenever your mind goes somewhere else, don't try to pull it from there. Just forget about it. How do you do that? Just take a deep breath. Shake your head. Then you will be alright. That's what is to be. Anything what you do. Just get into that again. What happens when you walk? You are unforgetfully you are walking. Similarly, your concentration also will increase like this. Unforgetfully you will follow that. You don't even have to remember that you are concentrating. It will just come. I think I am sure most of you are concentrating. Right now? Did you lose your concentration? Nearly 2.5 hours now. Normal classrooms, more than 20 minutes you cannot. Okay, so if the speaker is from heart, your heart will get opened. When the buddhi goes, your mind will go different places. But once it is in the heart, it does not. I had session 6 hours continuous, no water break. The power went off, down and all that. But still it was just 6 hours, non-stop. It goes like this. So it's possible. It depends on it. The Gaudians are good. Yes. It just goes like this. So it depends on how much interest you have. It also matters how good the speaker is sometimes. Well done. Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is you're talking about time management.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times it's not in our hands to change the time. Like for instance, I told a friend that I will meet him at 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
but I liked what you were talking about and stayed over. So what do you do in such circumstances? I mean, it's not in your control at times, and now I'll have to really hurry up and go and meet him.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, even at home, or when you're trying to go to office, sometimes you're getting ready and there's a phone call. You spend time on the phone. Then you have, I mean, what do you do for unappointed time?
What did you tell your friend? I will meet you.
Yeah, I told him I'll reach there.
Yeah, don't say I will. I shall. When you have always option, no? Just small mistakes only you do. Nothing is in your control. Okay, do happen. But it's not that important. No? Assume you had an interview to attend. Will you sit here like this? So you have decided your priority. Correct, no? So we will decide priorities all the time. But again, yes, I am Shashi Kumar, right now? That's why only this many people. But assume X and XXX Nair is speaking here. He's a so-and-so secretary in the government. Won't the hall will be full? So it all depends on what priority we give to people. Accordingly, the effort also will change. Is it not? So always we keep priorities. Time management is not this. Your priority is managed. Nothing wrong in that. It's not that important, therefore you have decided to come here. You are not lost. Do you feel you lost your time by sitting here? Do you feel you have invested your time by sitting here? Then it is good. What you would have done there? 2 more seats extra? That's all, no? Probably. Or finding fault with some XYZ another friends. When you go to other friend, you will find fault with this friend. That's all what happens, you know. Okay? So don't worry. Always try to invest your time and you will never repent that for spending time. Always try to invest time so that you will always feel happy about the time you spent. Okay? Don't try to spend the time. Then you will feel, oh, I have spent my time. Lost all the days. Don't ever try to feel like that. Try to invest your time. Don't spend the time. Try to invest the time. That's the answer for it. And nothing. It's not in your control. Anything can happen. No? Tire can go burst. Traffic jam can happen. Enjoy traffic jam. Yeah, wonderful, no? Every vehicle is there around. What is that you can do? If there is a traffic jam, what is that you can do? Nothing can be done. No? Just enjoy, see around, another who is driving around. No? Okay, wife is not around, see around. You can.
Sir, can I ask one more question?
Yes. No extra.
Just because it's a completely
Only one more.
spiritual question.
Okay.
That it is from within. I feel always that whatever karma, whatever action, it is an action-oriented world. Whatever we do, there is nothing, as you correctly said, there is nothing bad and good. The bad and good is decided by our own conviction, our own mind. Now, that is our mind and brain. But there is something in us that I presume that it is the Atma, which is not influencing or which is not doing, it is a silent witness. It is just making a note of all this. And our mind is a combination of all our intelligence and everything. Without that, then without this Atma, the energy generating chips or whatever in us, nothing works. The moment that goes from us, everything becomes a dead body. And just like a black box, everything is recorded in that. And our karma result is that some highest power is our each birth or the instinct, the station, everything is the result of that karma. And here, when with the intelligence we have got, with the training we get, with the education and with the family, with the parentage and everything, we develop, we learn the good and bad here also in this world. And then each birth, we go on doing our things. If it is done exactly as per our conviction, not against the conscience, then I do the right thing.
We are the happiest person. Whether we do right or wrong is not happiest.
That's correct. Yeah. And that is it correct?
What we do for ourselves is called the Atma Dharma. As per my Dharma, I live. But my Dharma and my family Dharma can be contradicting.
No,
I understood it.
Sir, even I do it for me, my family Dharma also. If I talk to you, it's all for me.
That's what we think. When I listen to music, I like rock music. I listen to rock music. Nothing wrong. It is just to satisfy me. Nothing wrong in doing it. But the time if I increase my the volume, the other people in the house also will get disturbed. Then I am making hindrance to their dharma. If you like, you listen with the earphone. That's all. And the family has got a dharma. If I don't make any problem for my family, I am also taking care of my family dharma. And if my family is perfectly alright in the colony, my family is the only dirtiest family. All other families are wonderful. That means what? My colony dharma is different. My family dharma happen to be different. So when you live in a society, live for the society. So when I grow higher. So an individual dharma is not important. More than that, importance is to be given to the family dharma. Give more importance to the neighbor's dharma. And similarly, you grow up to the whole world. A person who can live for many more people, not for themselves, are the greatest fellows. If I am satisfied is not important. Whether I am able to give satisfaction for many more people, that's more important. That is easy, and that is also very, very easy to make many people happy. I will make all of you happy by this half an hour, 1 hour lecture. But when you interact with me for longer time, you know the Shashi Kumar is not a correct person. He is not a right fellow. Those who interact with me long only, they will know that what are my problems. Okay, then what will happen? In my family, my brothers will say, I have a brother, no, he's useless fellow. He calls himself a scientist, and every temple he goes and gives lectures. No status for him. Why he should do this job? No, for 18-20 years he was a guest officer, and what is that he is doing? He spoiled our name. There can be that version. That also can happen. You go to Kerala, most of the places, no, Shashi Kumar is known. He is my brother, no? My eldest brother keeps proud of me, saying that my brother is great. It depends on what dharma he has. He will try to interpret whatever people are doing in his own dharma. When my family accepts me, I reach the next level. Otherwise, what is happening? I have a dharma, but I am not able to convince my own brother. I am able to convince many other people. That is not good. I must be able to do whatever is to be done to the society, to the family first. I am a good person, but my wife says no. What a husband. My son says, to get him I have to take an appointment. He is not at all available in the house. Every 365 days he is out. How does it matter? Then I should not have become a father. Right now? Being a father, I have something to be done. So he should also be happy. That is also possible sometimes. You can also polish everywhere. But then at night when we sleep, I should not have done these mistakes in my life. If I feel myself, then I am the dirtiest fellow. There are many people who are wonderful in the society. In the house they are the most worst fellow. And the house also some people are so polished, but inner self, they are the most crooked fellows. So it is possible. So these dharma has to go hand in hand. Then only you can call it is the real dharma.
That's what exactly, sir. When I say my conscious, I don't like anybody seeing hurt.
Yeah, that's what is important. That is what is
That is
important.
my conscious.
That is what is important. Yeah.
Talking about that concentration cost.
Yeah.
We're also telling that concentration will be there for maximum 20 minutes and over.
Generally, that is what it
Yeah.
is. Statistics.
But for somebody who is about to ask another question, but they have already left, how to create that interest in certain subject, that is one thing. Recently there is another concept like dyslexia and others for many students.
Okay.
So they were also finding it difficult
Okay.
to have better concentration and all that. Is there any remedy for those?
There are a lot of ways and means of getting into higher concentration. First thing, you should taste it first. Your interest. Kerala, Malayali? Idli ishtano. Idli ishtano. Chutney, sambar, halwa. Chippotish ishtano. Chippotish. അങ്ങനെ സാധനമില്ല, ഞാൻ വെറുതെ നോക്കിയപ്പോൾ. അറിയാത്ത സാധനത്തിന് ടേസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടാവുമോ? ഉത്തരം പറയാൻ പറ്റുമോ? So first taste once. Once you taste, you will know whether you have interest or not. How do you know people are interested in my talk? Unless you listen once. Right now? So when you listen once, this person is okay, listenable, no problem. He is not creating trouble to me at least. Then you will have interest. So get introduction. That's what I said, the guru's job is to show many things around. Then it is the person who will identify which is of his interest. I asked you so many things, all that you like. I never got something which you don't like. I can also ask something else and then say, what do you like? You will say no. Why? Because you have tasted. But if it's not tasted, you are not able to distinguish whether you have interest or not. So to interest, first you should have a taste. And after this, what I will get? Everybody after the lecture will think, 2.5 hours, 3 hours wasted here. Because you don't get anything. Correct, no? Everybody will ask, what did I get? Students also should be told what is that they get after learning.
Just like a guru, something academics is given to them.
Yes, yeah.
So they have been shown the area where which they have to concentrate on.
But many people are not told why they should learn this subject. What happens is I teach mathematics, but I never tell them, if you learn this mathematics, what is that you are going to gain by this? If the motivation should be developed by giving reasons for learning, because everyone will start thinking. That's one way. There are small steps for students to learn in different ways. Learning and teaching, there are different techniques. I have one book on learning and teaching, Principles and Pedagogy, published from Delhi, Discovery Publishers. There are different ways of teaching. Each subject have different ways of teaching. One is discovery. The student will have some knowledge about it. Start asking questions and then derive knowledge. Then the student will get thrilled. Most of the teachers will not use that in the class. They have only deductive. They will just learn from some subject and then mug it up and then come and prepare. The teachers themselves do not know why they are doing this. That's a problem. So every teacher should be taught how to take the student with a goal. After a class, a goal should be there. That's why the IGNOU lessons, if you see, there is a goal. Why do you read this? What is the goal of this chapter? What is the goal of this module? Goal is fixed first. If you don't have a goal, the reading becomes useless. That's why every class, everything what you do should have a goal. If you don't have a goal, you keep on doing, but you will lose interest. So without the goal, don't do anything. For the students also, best concentration, goal have to be set. They should have a goal. I should become this in my life. After this class, a permanent goal has to be there in life. Short-term goal has to be there. 5-year plan has to be there. Every 1 month goal has to be there. 1 week goal has to be there. For them, 1 year examination writing, getting first rank can be the goal.
Sir, in that goal also,
Huh.
they have a certain goal.
Yeah.
The society or the system decides, so you are saying that children has to become
Yes.
Now, from the schools, children are directly going to the other side.
Okay.
Standard program, they will go for other classes.
Okay.
How do you feel?
No, 20 minutes after a break.
After a break, it's okay.
You know, no serial, no TV program without a commercial break, right? So similarly, in the classrooms also, 40 minutes is the period given generally. That is because 20 minutes only teachers will teach. So 40 minutes, you have a break, then another subject will come.
Continuously going for 10 to 15 hours.
That doesn't matter. With a break, 20 minutes, you can take a break and another subject they will learn. Otherwise, in the schools, they must have taught teaching one subject the whole day, no? The break is given. If somebody is not able to concentrate, they will have a break. Another subject, they will have another interest. Okay? If you are given sambar and idli every day, morning, evening, night, you will lose interest. But morning sambar and idli, and next day only you will get sambar and idli. Right now, you have a different variety. So that way also sustained interest can be generated. Yes. I never said.
You said elima is a quality.
Yeah, that's correct.
Which is, I suppose, humility. But a lot of times society thinks that people who show humility are submissive and tend to be non-aggressive.
Okay.
So how do you counter, and the second step of that was also you said people should assume the role of, countering the mountain where required.
Okay.
So how does one decide where to be humble and where to be...
That depends on whether you are in front of the elephant or in front of the dog. You understood? In front of the elephant, you cannot shout. In front of a dog, you can show a stone and then shout. So, yeah, that's possible. Because you are not monkey, you are not able to do that. I suppose I am talking to human being, not monkeys around, Okay. Yeah, fine. It depends on how much strength you have and who is in front of you. You understood? That's what I said. In front of my subordinate, if I become submissive, I am not the boss.
So that is a good example, but normal life,
Yeah.
when you're dealing with, let's say your parents, your friends,
Yes.
your colleagues, it is not always necessary to be aggressive.
No, not at all. Not at all. You should never become aggressive, and no parent also should become aggressive to their kids. It is just love in front of the parent, in a family, friends, all that normal social life, we should have only love, nothing else. Love, compassion, all that doing help, that should be our nature. Nobody is a boss once you are come out of your office. Okay? Nothing is required. You should become just friends, that's all, nothing else.
But you said that that is not practical.
Pardon? Many times it is not practical because we are tuned to be like this. We are trained to be like this. And we as an individual, I may not be, but what happens is the whole society demands me to be like that. That's why I said we surrender many times. Our individuality, we are trained, taught to be like that. And I am not able to become creative, you are not able to become creative. Therefore what happens is we become submissive in some place and then we will become upset about that in the throughout the day. That happens in many places, it happens. Where we don't have to give respect, sometimes we have to give respect because the society demands that. It can happen. Therefore we become submissive and we become upset because of that. That's why I said what is learned and taught by society, what has been instructed us to do, and what is our individuality will have lot of contradictions.
It's a compromise.
It's a compromise because we live in a society.
Compromise is no love
there is no love. That's really true. Because I say, there are places where I said, your mother is like a god, father is like a god, like your guest is like a god. Madru Devo Bhava, Vidu Devo Bhava, Aditi Devo Bhava. And one gentleman asked me in the crowd, my father is a full drunkard. How do I consider him as a god? No, God. I just kick him every day. That's what he says. It can happen. Exceptions are possible. So what is to be done? Because he is a father, you have to give him food. If you would have been somebody else, what he will do? So you have to sometime, because the society demands you to do that. It happens in many places. Exceptions are there in all these principles. That's just like that. Yeah.
Actually, how do you define a strong person?
A strong person. Okay. A strong person is having no fear, no stress. Anything he will do, whatever he likes to do, that's what the strength is. The strength is the mental strength.
Is there anyone like that?
Eh?
I don't think anyone is without stress, without fear.
It's very difficult to see.
And what is the strength then?
The strength is physical. He has got a physical strength. He can do whatever he wanted to do. He has got intellectual strength. He can learn whatever he wanted to learn. Emotionally strong, so that he will not waver here and there. Spiritually very strong, therefore he don't vibrate whatever he does. Socially also he is strong. He has got a lot of people around, and whoever is there around him will support him for all that what he does. Then this trust will not be there. Very difficult to have, but there are few people who have got strength in whatever they wanted to. I have seen many people who are very, very courageous, very strong, and they live like a gentleman and die like a gentleman. Very difficult, but there are.
Can you develop that strength?
Your circumstance is very important. Your family has to support first. You can be very strong, but assume your spouse does not permit you to say whatever you wanted to do. My guru, KPC Anijan Bhattacharya is one strong person I have seen. He never compromised on anything. Whatever he wanted to write, he will write. Let there be any criticism, he don't care. And no time I have seen his wife giving complaint against him. I have told, as a Shishyan, I have went and told, please don't write like these articles, unnecessarily we are generating criticisms. And his wife says, no, he enjoys doing it, no, let him do, what can happen, nothing can happen. You understood? So as an outsider, I felt it should not do that, but still he does do it. And whatever he wanted to do, he will do. But you need support from people around you, then only you can do that. First family should support, society should support, and your attitude should be positive. That's more important. You may be wrong or right. Wrong and right are at that moment for that situation, for the people and who is telling. All that defines what is right and wrong. After some time, whatever somebody says is wrong will be proved to be right. Whatever is right will be proved to be wrong also. That's quite possible. That's quite possible. So what you feel at that point of time is what is to be done. And learn every day. And you correct yourself.
There should be ways for empowerment. That is the principle of personality.
That's just practice. Just practice.
But there should be ways and methods of empowering.
Depends on situations to situations, age to age, person to person. From age to age it matters. A strength which is to be shown by a small kid at the elder age, adolescence, or when you become a father, it is different.
Yeah, I understand all of this, but my basic question is, there will be a basic step according to the age.
Manakkaruthu, the strong mind, that's all.
Actually, what is that manakkaruthu?
Which makes you strong physically, emotionally, intellectually, all that what we do have to be strong, that's all.
Actually, I am a doctor.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
train the teenage. We train them in family life education. We
Okay.
train them for personality development. It's very easy to talk and say, but there should be clear-cut methods in which to train. Even in the school, curriculum there should be methods. The school environment should be like that. We are saying all
Yeah.
for the family.
This,
Actually, the family environment, we cannot socialize a child like that. The family environment should be that. There is a role for each mother and father. So mother and father should combine and they should adopt certain practices in which these children are brought about. These are none of the life skills.
that's what I said as the family has to be supportive. And small correction for you that it is not there in the education is not correct. All humanities subjects are supposed to give this strength to people. Because we learn in the humanities, we have got any language which we learn, either English, Malayalam or Hindi or whatever language. We learn about Mahatma Gandhi, we learn about Ambedkar, we learn about Patel. What are these? These are all showing great man in front of you so that you get strength. Many people, we had recently one conference in which the Commonwealth of Learning was involved, and there was the education conference in which people said, why a person who decided to do a mathematics subject has to learn humanities, languages? It's not required. That is the argument which is put forth. So I was countering saying this. I take examples of life from different people through humanities. How do we know Mahatma Gandhi? Just because we learned in our textbooks. Our parents learned in textbooks. We are forced to read and learn. Somewhere in some time in our life we will get strength from such people. Gandhi was a strong man. Spiritually strong, socially strong, intellectually strong, emotionally strong. A person who have taken life from Bhagavad Gita. People should read his book, Gita, my mother. Gita, my mother. That's the strength. For him, the mother and father were not gurus. And he said, mother and father can become strong, then only kids can become. That can never happen sometime. I lost my father when I was 4 years old. My mother was a normal housewife, doesn't have even education, don't even know how to read and write. No strength at all. All the time I have seen her weeping only in her life.
Education is not.
No, I said, I added some more sentence. Don't.
Grandmother is much stronger than we.
That's what I'm like. That's what the next sentence what I said is, I have seen her weeping all the time. Because all the troubles only in her life. Always sick, lot of problems, health problems. But what happens is not that we derive just rewards also from that. These experiences will make us much more stronger in life sometime. Okay? So experience, whether good or bad, reading, realizing, seeing around, all that. Not Gandhi's father was greater, Gandhi only was greater. So we derive lessons from many things and then probably practice it. Gandhi read Bhagavad Gita, we also read Bhagavad Gita, but we have never derived that into our life. But he has taken into his life and then he says, Gita is like my mother. Wherever I have a problem, whenever a small kid, when he feels upset, he goes to his mother and then cry. And mother will say, don't worry. Like that Gita, Bhagavad Gita, when he reads, he felt most of the time. And he became stronger. Patel was stronger. Okay, so we can see a lot of people who are strong. Vivekananda was very strong. Maybe Ramakrishna was not that stronger. His guru may be not that strong, but he will become much stronger than that. It's also possible.
What I feel is concern weakness. Basically, it is there in somebody.
Everybody has got these qualities.
Birth itself is
Yes.
more or less decided. But the experience and all that, which is derived, I think,
Add more than that. Every quality, we have got the human nature, Rakshasa nature and Sattvic nature, 30%, 30%, 30% is given to us. That's why we say Muppattu Mukkodi Devanmar. 33 crores of gods. It is not 33 crores. Kodi also means percentage. We have all these qualities within us. We have Rakshasa quality, we have human quality, we have Devi quality. All that we have. And we in our life with the experience, we will either increase it or reduce it. If we can reduce it, the Kshatriya quality, bad qualities and increase the good qualities, then we will become Sattvic. Becoming Sattvic is not becoming not stronger. Many people think, becoming very mild, very calm, quiet means they are useless fellows. In Bharatiya Shastram also never it was said a learned person have to be calm to everybody. Learned person also can become violent. But in the first instance, how use only good words, then use stronger words. If that also does not work, take the weapon. That's why the rishis were carrying Agradas Chaduro Veda Prishtajas Shasharam Dhano. In the front they will have all the Veda knowledge, but the back side they will also keep weapons. If that does not work, take it from back. So it's not necessarily a learned person become only learned. He will also know how to teach. Okay. I think we are right time, not running late. We started at 10:10, 10:12. 12:10 I stopped the presentation because I had 2 hours only I used the PowerPoint presentation. 1 hour question answer was my schedule. Okay. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sir, with the enthusiasm the crowd has shown and much